recording and streaming. 2,
All right.
1. Fantastic. Okay. Sean 1.9. Because I'm not exactly a 2.0 over here. Recap.
I believe in you.
That's sweet. Thank you. All right, recap. Back in oh my Jesus Christ.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
And we're done. All right.
Look,
All right, good session, guys.
She said recap. That means shut up. Jeez.
Recap. Back in Sea Shroud, our rogue, Carrick, if you recall that guy. It's been a minute. Nick, it's okay if you don't. He hooked up with a vampire named Ilvana. Dorian, paladin, wanted to kill her for being a vampire, because that's his jam. That's what he does. She's never drank human blood or killed an innocent, so he made an exception to let her go as long as he could turn her back into a human. In order to do so, we have to kill the elder vampire, Baron von Streiss, who lives in Redford. We have 1 week to do so, because then we have to meet up with Shaziki and Aaron for the next task, if you will. Hint, most people don't know the Baron is a vampire. Dorian already got permission to kill him from his guild when he told them about him.
Well, they said find hard evidence, and then acted.
Then cut his head off.
Right, of course.
No one ever actually suggested I could go kill him. They just said, you better have evidence, and a lot of it.
If you're gonna do it right. Okay, that's fine.
Right.
That's all they ask. Okay. The Baron also, hint hint, does not have as much protection as what most barons would normally have, since the king of the land and his entire kingdom were wiped out just a while ago. Recap ended. That's all I got, guys.
Oh, that's perfectly fine.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah, sounds good to me.
it's what Sean wrote. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Works for me.
Sweet.
Yeah, none of us actually know anything about Redford.
I know. I was
Yeah.
like, I remember seeing it on a map, and that's as far as that went.
Yeah, I mean, bravo, Sean 1.0 and Sean 1.9.
Yay!
Can we start calling him by his true name? Rocky?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
We can call Shaz by Rocky. Absolutely.
I mean, Shaziki, time-traveling space alien. Rocky, time-traveling space alien. I mean, it's the same thing.
I mean, there's way too
For
much
me.
coincidence. I get that. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. All he needs is, like, lipstick. He already has all the leathers.
I would argue that, but he totally does.
Alright.
Alright, so you rise for the morning. By this point, you imagine you wouldn't be surprised if Shaziki and Aaron were already gone. So actually, at this point, Dorian, you rise for the morning and put your armor back on and doff your shield. Or
Dawn.
But don your shield, I mean.
Like,
But
I'm like,
the strangest thing happens when you do. Like, you pick up your shield and you go to try to take it off, and you're like, you give it a good tug, your shield doesn't come off. Give it another good tug, shield doesn't come off again. You look at your shield, and looking at the base of your shield, at the back of your shield, where your gauntlet comes into contact with your shield, you notice something strange. The scale. What color is your shield right now? Is it a...
Oh,
I believe you have it set to lightning right now, so it should be bronze?
No. I had it as, the Sacred Flame.
Oh, so you had it as, it's platinum right
Platinum. Yeah, platinum.
now. Okay. So the platinum scales of your shield, they seem to be almost... like ants in a single file. As you notice, the scales on the surface of your shield are shifting, and they're like covering your gauntlet and like partially up like your forearm. Like your shield just doesn't want you to let it go. You give it a few more tugs and finally manage to break your shield off of your arm. And when you do, the scales that were left over that were starting to cover your gauntlet like go airborne and get like sucked back to your shield.
Lovely.
What's Dorian's reaction to this?
He just stares at it.
And it's
Yeah.
strange. Like you keep, even though you took your shield off, like it's almost like the shield is calling to you. Like this, you just want to pick it back up. And the next time you do so, this doesn't happen again. But you can't help but feeling almost like you have, when you doff your shield on your back, almost like you have like ants crawling on like the outside of your armor. Like there's just like something tapping and clicking.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
No? Who would? Ugh.
But I have a big day today. I can't let this irritate me too much. I'm already gonna have to hang around. No, I don't have to hang around annoying people today. Sweet. Dorian is instantly in a good mood. I'm thinking about that. Alright. I guess I'll start trying to look for the group.
Then suddenly you hear a knock on the door of your room, and your good mood just goes away as you hear a voice on the other side that's just like, "Dorian, open up!" You recognize the voice as Karzar.
Yeah, I'm just... well, there goes my good moods. And then I open the door.
He looks at you and he says, "So Duncan tells me you're too lazy to get off your arse and do your own job. Says I'm to go with you."
Well, yeah. I invited you. It's been a long time since we've been on an adventure together.
Indeed it has. I suppose I can become accustomed to your stench again.
Have you seen the others?
I have not. I was told to come fetch you.
Alright, well, let's go. Oh, wait, one more thing. Hold on. He runs back in his room, and he goes to his private chest, and he grabs a little bundle, and he tucks it up underneath his arm. Alright, I'm all set.
Yeah, this way. So, he leads you down, well, like a stone ramp that sort of functions as stairs. Exit out of this little makeshift tavern, and you see Duncan waiting for you.
Alright.
You ready to go?
Yep. Just, waiting on the rest of the group.
To what? Okay.
I don't quite feel right not going with you to Redford, Dorian.
Well, I mean, you could always come with us. You're the Grand Knight. You do what you want. But you don't have to.
You were right. I am needed here. Just, if this does turn out to be a vampire, be careful, Dorian. The fact that he has been able to remain hidden from us for this long should be an indication of his power. And if this is an elder vampire, do not take this fight lightly, as this will be unlike any vampire you've likely ever faced. Fewer weaknesses, greater strength, more resilience.
Well, that's why I brought Karzar.
Don't worry, Duncan. If his arse hits the ground, I'll be sure to pick him back up.
And plus, I'm not the only one that's going. I got, Ophelia and that other guy.
So,
And what's his
Philia.
face? It's fine.
and Philia and Phoenix. A lot of P's. A lot of
Philia and what's his face? I like it.
the two of you
Oh.
rise for the morning as well.
Okay, a bit of a problem, Gavin. I am loaded up into your session and I see absolutely nothing.
You might have used a different ID, so I just need to release your character and you should be good.
Okay, well, I don't even see y'all's characters up.
Really?
Yeah,
Alright,
it's just blank.
try
Gavin,
grabbing your character and see what happens.
Before we leave, is there any like shops that we
Maybe
can visit real
it's
quick?
loading up.
Or because I need
Possibly.
I need to get some crafting materials or some spell materials.
I
Components.
don't know why I leave my my notes in my bag and don't just go ahead and pull them out before we ever get started. But yes, I mean you can go to a shop. But let's get the rest of the group caught up first.
Yep.
So, yeah, Philia and Phoenix. The two of you rise for the morning. I assume you head downstairs, which if you did, you would see Dorian, Karzar, and Duncan there waiting for you.
Yes. Side note: if you can release my character to Shaz, I'll be on his computer.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah. There we go.
Yay!
Let's release.
Donka. Solves that. Bloop bloop. Just makes a lot more sense if I just move over here, quite frankly.
So, Nick, do you see your character now? It should be cleared.
No, it just loaded up a picture in the background that says Dungeons and Dragons, and then everything else is blank. I guess it's loading up.
It's
And
it's a new picture background.
Okay, yeah, because I
It takes a
just
minute.
got it.
I know for me it took a good couple of seconds before it loaded up my character.
No, this is taking a good bit.
Well, it's not important at the moment, so.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I joined the conversation. Said good morning.
So, yeah, Dorian, you see Phoenix and Philia walk up.
Alright, it was about time y'all got up. Just stop by the bar and have a couple drinks on the way over.
Yeah, I kind of drank too much last night, so
Well, whose
took
fault
me a
was
little bit
that?
to get up. Look, I'm just having a good time, you know.
Alright.
Tell me, the two of cars are speaking as the two of you are more competent than this Baylor's ass, aren't you? I sure do hope so.
I smell.
Philia.
Hmm?
You remember Karzar here, right?
It's been a minute, but yes.
Just say the word and I'll throw him off a mountain.
He's a bit more polite with you, and he just says, "Pleasure, my lady."
Like, my character knows him. I don't recall.
I don't believe
shit.
we
He
met.
helped us in Sea Shroud.
Yo, was I in? No, I wasn't.
No, you were
you
not
weren't there.
And he was also there in Galeburg.
So he's
Briefly.
helpful.
Okay.
He's a cleric.
Alright, I'll
Gotcha.
keep him around.
Well, I introduced myself and shake
He
his
has healing
hand.
spells.
Right.
More
Looks at you
than
and
I.
says, "One of those desert dwellers." I see.
Yes, that is my home.
But pleasure
What?
as always.
Yep. Pleasure to meet you too. Gavin, I see two characters, one level 18 and then one level 0. And one of them doesn't even look like it's a character that we've ever ran into or anything like that.
Oh, we will.
That's entirely possible, but
I was like, oh, that means, yeah, that's an
Yeah.
omen, is what we call that.
He's probably looking at Wilhelm.
Oh,
Yep,
that-
that's the
probably.
one.
Oh, yeah, we like him. He's fine. He's good.
Okay.
he's good people.
Which mouse?
Alright. So, we need to find... I need a couple things. I need some spell components, some incense, and some diamonds. Anybody else need anything before we leave?
I guess I could take a look around. I don't think I really need anything specific, but if I see something that catches the eye, I might buy it.
Tea.
We're still in the
Chilling
That's-
guy.
Gaia, yeah. Well, this place is underground. I'm pretty sure they should have somebody should have some kind of diamond.
So, Duncan speaks up. There we go. Duncan, that's the word I'm looking for. He speaks up and says, I'm not terribly familiar with this city, but if you need fine jewels, I check over in on Helga's. It's right around the corner from here. Only about a quarter mile. I can't miss it.
All right. Anybody else need anything?
Nothing specific, but I would like to take a look around. I'll take about as much time as you do.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, good tea. I'm in a tea mood.
Tea.
Tea. Yes. Tea.
What are you trying to quit drinking?
No. This just feels, when I'm not supposed to be drinking, like, at 6 a.m. and stuff. I'll have tea.
Who said
not-
you're not at 6
It's
a.m.?
not
That's
socially
breakfast.
acceptable for me to be drinking at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Socially acceptable. What? One of the Elven cities? Where they drink
You must
tea?
realize something. This is
I do have
both
I do have to
both the
hydrate.
Earth and the dwarves. This day drinking stuff, that's not a problem here.
I'm not a dwarf, so it might be a problem
Well.
for me.
Yeah, I look at them like, yeah, I probably picked up the day drinkage from the dwarves too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's not day drinking. I mean, you do know
It's just
that
drinking.
It's just 24/7 drinking.
like 80% of beer or ale is water.
Right.
Yeah. So how could you not be dehydrated when you're always drinking?
I don't I don't always stick with beer.
Oh.
So yeah.
All right. Well,
Some
What's
tea
that all?
wouldn't kill my kidneys, so let's.
tea. What's up with all you magic folk drinking tea? You mages.
Not even a mage.
What?
Just like different flavors after a while.
The only flavor
It's
you
hops.
ever smell from
Mhm.
Velastro's is lemongrass and spearmint. And
Really?
that's it. Yep. Lemongrass and spearmint. He does not have any other kind.
It's crazy.
Got like 3 pounds of lemongrass.
3 solid Jesus.
Well,
All
I
right,
guess we
so
head
you-
off to the shop.
Okay. So you open the door, and there is a Earth Ganassi female who's just sort of polishing the counter. She takes notice. Oh, welcome to Helgas. Feel free to peruse. Let me know if you need anything. And then she gets immediately back to what she was doing.
All right. Cool. I need something.
What you need?
I need a diamond. I need a couple diamonds, the largest you have, and I need some incense.
All manner of fine stone here, as well as I could acquire this incense for you, as well as I'm sort of the local potion maker as well. So if there's anything you needed, I might have it on stock.
Yeah. Well, let me know what you have and what all kind of potions do you have, and also green tea.
I can get that for you.
All right.
So a few things that I have. Something interesting I have on tap at the moment is I have 2 potions of possibility.
Mmm.
You'll find when you drink this, it's also been referred to as Crimson Luck, as the potion has a bit of a pinkish coloration. It does exactly what it sounds like.
Dorian starts to get hiccups. Like, that sounds. Excuse me. Man, maybe I had a little too much morning ale. Anyway, yeah, sounds great. Feel ya?
We also have a few healing potions on tap. A few anti-venoms. Nothing too spectacular other than those potions of possibility.
Yeah. How much are those?
For a potion of possibility, that will cost you about 20,000 gold pieces, as they are rather hard to come by.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So, what about those diamonds?
A large diamond. Actually, I gotta look that up real quick. So, a large diamond will run you about 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay. Do you have any medium diamonds? I only need a diamond worth 500 gold pieces, and I need 3.
Make an insight check.
Oh, Kerr?
Yeah.
That sounds like danger. Danger.
10.
I'll say this.
Now, if it has to do with stone, I'm an
Oh,
expert.
you do
Yeah.
have. Yes, you have advantage because it does have to do with stone.
Now, when it has to do with stonework, I actually have to roll history, and I have
That's fine.
expertise.
History's good. You can do history.
Okay, so that 9 gets a plus 5. What? And then so the 9 gets a.
You're good. So here's what you can tell. That diamond that she's telling you that she's wanted to sell you 1,000 for, or that she's wanted to sell to you for 1,000, is a diamond that would ordinarily be worth 500 gold pieces.
Okay. What's with the? Well, I'll look at it and be like, I'm a dwarf, right? I know how much these are worth. What's with the increase in value?
Diamonds have been a bit rarer lately. Little short on supply. That's all. Just supply and demand. When the supply lacks, you raise the price. You understand.
Right. Well, how many do you have?
I have 5 of them.
5. I'll tell you what. I'll pay you 750 each.
Persuasion check.
A persuasion check? From
Yes.
me? Oh, but I'm just a lonely little paladin with a plus 11.
Flex.
I suppose that will do. So 37.50 for the lot.
Okay, 37. All right. Is there anybody else that needs anything?
Can I interest you in some healing potions, or these potions of possibility? They're quite outstanding.
I step up and I'm like, would you might have a potion of giant strength?
Unfortunately, I do not have any of those. I apologize.
Alright.
But these potions of possibility, as she dangles them out in front of you,
I might take one of those. How much do you want for it?
10,000 gold pieces.
Jeez. 10,000? What's so good about these potions?
No thanks.
You
I'm
will
good.
you will find that when you drink this potion that you have great fortune for about 8 hours.
Oh. What? And you spend that 8
Would I
hours
know if she's...
in a
Would
like
I...
Okay, so how much was
What
it
if I
for
know...
all three
Would I
of
know...
those?
Would I know if she's bluffing or like she's lying?
You don't have proficiency in alchemy, so I would say... Or do you have proficiency in alchemy?
I don't know. I don't even have my character sheet because it's nowhere to be found.
I'm surprised it hasn't showed up for you yet.
Yeah.
Alright, let me look. See if you, No, actually, you are proficient in alchemist supply.
Go.
So, give me an alchemy check. This is going to be...
He's like,
You can still roll. You can
Oh.
Okay,
still
yeah.
roll a d20.
An his defense, he's like, I got nothing.
So this is you're gonna get +7 to this roll with your proficiency bonus and your intelligence modifier.
So
Wait, sorry, I was
pay her
dealing
in
with
all
something. What was it?
Just so you know.
So just roll a
D20.
d20. You're gonna get a +7 to this.
Oh, hold on. Okay. What? Why isn't it rolling?
Drag it into the chat
it is.
block. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Oh,
15.
nicely done.
So it has the look of a regular potion. There's nothing that would make you think that it's not. You've never heard of potions of possibility before, but the alchemy world is vast, and there are many potions out there. So it wouldn't be the first time you've seen a new potion.
Alright.
So is there anything that you would sell to somebody that you wouldn't sell to, but maybe if they had the right price to sell it to the people that you wouldn't normally sell it to?
She gives you a confused look. What are
What?
What are you implying? This is a legitimate business here. All of my merchandise that is available for sale is ready and viewable.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. And sometimes we have other adventurers, and they ask questions like that, and then we get more stuff.
Shop keeps that question a lot.
I don't know.
No, I don't have any hidden merchandise or anything of the sort.
Hey, Gavin, I think there's something wrong with my character sheet because it says my maximum carrying capacity is 13,000 pounds. I don't think that's right.
I don't think that's right
That doesn't
Okay.
sound accurate.
either,
Okay. All right.
but
Yeah,
I'm not too worried about it at
I was
the
just
moment.
checking to make sure I was like wasn't a god or something like that, you know? Like,
Yeah, I don't. And actually, it's 1300, but I still don't even
Yeah,
think that's right.
1300. yeah.
Or it may be. I don't know. You do have a lot of strength.
You could be an ant.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, she
All
tells
right.
you no. There's no hidden merchandise or anything.
All right.
So these
You know what?
potions.
Oh,
I'm gonna take a risk. I'll buy one of your potions.
Why not buy both?
How much is both?
Well, 10,000 apiece. So
10,000 apiece. How about we strike a deal and we do 15,000 for both?
make a persuasion check.
Okay. Which I can't because how much do I get on my
Just
persuasion?
Roll a d20. I'll figure out the numbers.
Okay.
I want to
Oh,
use
I
the
still don't
help
know why you
action.
can't grab your character sheet because it has empty ownership. Like there's no
Yeah,
reason you shouldn't
I
be able
don't
to
even know.
see it.
Maybe
so
if I
your bonus-
restart my. Hold on 1 second. Okay,
You
now
get
I
plus
see it.
1.
Okay, I had to close it out and reopen it.
Yeah, and anytime that I open up a character sheet to you, you have to close out of that menu and reopen it. So you get a +1, so that's 11. She says, I'll pot with the two of them for 18,000, but I can't do 15.
Gross.
All right, deal.
All right.
Oh, so
I am dry
you
heaving in the
know-
background.
do you know anyone who deals in identification spells or magical equipment?
I would check in over at the academy for that.
Mm. All right, I'm good to go. Celia?
Yep.
Phoenix?
Yep, I'm ready.
Cars
Okay,
where's
so-
the rest of the group?
Just us.
Yeah,
Wh-
Jazz and
Who's gonna teleport us to Redford? Where's what's her face?
Oh, Miss Ayumi. Yes,
Yeah.
she's waiting for us at the academy.
Oh, damn it! Bunch of fucking book nerds over there.
I couldn't agree more. Never understood the arcane types.
Gavin, I have something in my inventory called runic studded leather armor. What is that? It says this armor is heavily decorated with shell and skull motifs.
Just identified.
What the fuck is the Strix Mariner? When the fuck did I pick this up? We have gotten
to
so
a D&D
much shit.
campaign.
I have a swimming. You have a swimming speed of equal to that of your walking speed. In addition, whenever you start your turn underwater with 0 hit points, the armor causes you to raise 60 feet towards the surface. Resistance to acid and necrotic damage. Okay.
This is one of those random ass things you picked up along the way.
Yeah. Cool.
It's great and stuff.
Yeah. So, the shopkeep. Does she have any potions of heroism
Let me
or
look at her
giant size?
Let me look at her stock. I'm
I
assuming
love-
you're asking this in person. I do not have any potions of giant size. I, however, do have a single potion of heroism on hand.
Oh man, what was that? What about potions of haste?
Apologize, I do not have any of those.
Oh. Bummer. How much is a potion of heroism?
That will run you about 1,000 gold pieces.
Alright, I can't do it. Alright, I'm gone. I just leave. No, I
Are you
can't.
sure? That's a good deal.
Nope. Nope. I can't spend any more money.
I buy it for him.
You don't have to buy
Thank
it
you,
for
sir.
It's
me.
just
It'll probably,
gift in good faith.
You can.
What?
You would probably. I have the spell bless.
Oh, I didn't know that, but whatever. You know what? I don't care at this point. I'm not really spending my money on anything else.
I went ahead and added it to your inventory. You guys
Okay.
head up?
Yep.
Do what?
Let's,
Yeah, we're heading
go
out.
through the book and
So I spent a total of $19,000.
So, you see Ayumi waiting outside. She's sort of tapping her foot. She's like, I've been waiting patiently here for some time now. You certainly took your time getting over here.
It's Philia's fault. She has a drinking habit, and we had to stop at the place.
Well, you know, you should keep an eye on that. You know, it's not good for you.
Yeah, and her habit is
Mhm.
caffeine.
Oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I can't say much about that.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I took the night to study the teleportation spell. I have a scroll. I've committed it to my spell book, but I must admit this will be my first time casting the spell. So, fingers crossed.
Oh
Oh lord.
my god.
Oh.
So if everybody could just gather around.
Right.
Okay.
I'm literally sitting there with my fingers crossed, just like, please let this work. Please let this work.
Can anybody give her inspiration to assist? Anything?
No.
Oh darn, it's gonna be terrible.
We're all
She says,
gonna
all right,
die.
well, chop chop, off we go, as she taps her staff against the ground, and your vision is filled with a bright light. Okay, so you find yourself standing on a dirt road. You look to the left and you see some light forest. You look to your right, it's just open plain. And she says, huh, well, we're not in Redford. But look at the sign! And you see a sign that just has, like, Redford pointed that way. Shouldn't be more than a couple of miles away. So, yeah, I feel pretty good about that.
Could have gone west. Not gonna lie.
Right.
I like it. We all survived, so there's that.
Karzar's head is, like, buried in his hand.
How many miles?
Shouldn't be more than 2 miles.
Alright, well, we'll see you later.
Alright, good luck! Before she disappears in another flash and is gone.
I hope she didn't make it back.
She did.
Well, no.
She got pretty close to wherever she's going. At least there's that.
Oh, true, but
Yeah.
I just hope
Alright.
she kind of like got stranded 2 miles away from her destination.
Now, if y'all wouldn't mind, just give me one quick minute. I have to summon Philip.
Sure.
I will start casting Find Greater Steed. Takes
Okay.
10 minutes.
So
and then,
you can walk and do that.
Okay, yeah. Whenever I summon Philip, I'll just tell him, just stay on the outskirts. I'll whistle for you if I ever need you. I just want you to stay close.
I would like to take that same amount of time and summon Bigby just to have him ready and available.
Isn't he already there?
No, remember I died, so he disappeared.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I
Yeah,
had a
like
rest.
twice. Twice.
If you would have had the sorcery points yesterday, just so you have them available for today, you can say that you would have cast it last night.
Okay, all right. Whatever. That's it. I cast it now.
So.
Anyway,
All right, you have Bigby.
-6.
He's in puppy form.
That is fine. I just need him here.
Snuggles up against your leg.
All right. Let's continue with our
So the remainder of your trek to Redford is uneventful. You see the occasional bit of wildlife on the way there, the occasional deer or elk, or maybe the occasional wildcat, but nothing dangerous occurs, nothing happens. Before you finally see off in the distance, close enough to make out the details, a small medieval-style city with stone and wooden buildings with decent enough stonework, a lot of like red tiled roofs, where you see what looks to be like a central river that is sort of just flowing through the center of town with a series of small bridges that cross from one half of the town to the other. It looks like a standard human settlement, the place that somebody might live if they wanted to get away from the busy hustle and bustle of city life. As well as noticing on the other end of town, there is a large castle-like manor that can be seen at the far edge of town from the side of the city that you're entering into.
Oh, did I get that piece of paper I was supposed to get from the king from that chick? She was supposed to have a paper for me.
Oh yeah, I meant to mention that. You did get a piece of paper.
Okay.
But all the piece of paper says is that you are permitted to speak with the Baron about official business at his earliest convenience, and you would have been informed that's the best they could get.
Okay.
So, and it did mention at the Baron's earliest convenience.
Mm-hmm.
So, you make your way towards town, and what you notice is it's not like this is a heavily policed city by any means, but you do notice the occasional militia guard that wandering through the city. There's nothing much to look at. The occasional person that's wearing like thick studded leather, or the occasional bit of chainmail, sort of ramshackle helmets and basic looking steel sword and shields.
All right.
But you gather this is not a major city, and this little militia is likely all they really need.
All right. So, some things are gonna happen while we're here, and I need y'all to promise your word. None of this is gonna get back to Shiziki or Aaron, or leave anything past the four of us.
Yes.
All right.
Is that
Give me
a
a second.
Yes?
But
Probably.
yes. Yes.
Or yes.
Yes, a-
Def-
100%.
Alright.
Yes, definitely.
100. Like, no
100.
joke.
100.
None of this goes back, especially back to Shiziki. None
Hundy.
of it.
100%.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, good. And then this whole time, Dorian has had like this bundle of cloth underneath his arm, and then he undoes it on the ground, pulls out the amulet of telepathy, throws it around his neck, and then he takes a cloak and throws it around and then he utters a word, and it starts to build. The cloak starts to billow. All right. Look,
Would you like to channel that?
yeah. All right.
Did you really
Hey,
just
this
stole
bitch.
Stop. All right. Don't even look. Shaz isn't the only one that gets a cloak of billowing. Okay, it's cool. All right, capes are cool, especially when they're billowing.
Good
And
lord.
he's presentable.
Hey, hold up. Real question, Gavin. What rarity is that item?
It's
No.
uncommon.
Uncommon?
Everybody
it's-
has one.
It's
Okay,
not.
okay, but like, what does it give you? Is my next
Nothing.
question.
Nothing other than
Nothing.
looking cool.
It
Fuck.
glows
Okay.
dramatically. That's all
Fucking
it
nothing.
does.
Okay, just
That's
wondering
all
because
it does.
just
In the
wondering because
description, it says it billows dramatically. That's it.
so like a superhero. So
Yes, it's like you're wearing a cloak and standing in front of a fan. Is what it looks like.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because Uncle B said we could all have one uncommon item in his thing, and I'm just trying to figure out what I should get.
It's so stupid, but it's so cool.
It's no, because it'll go perfect. It'll go perfect with my horn. Because he asked me, he's like, "All right, what do you want? Do you want to be proficient in like alchemy or whatever, or do you want to be proficient in like a instrument?" And I'm like, "All right." And then let's start listening, and he said the horn, and I'm like, "Give me the horn. I am going to be charging into battle with that."
Yeah, the Cloak of Billowing comes from Xanathar's Guide, and it is essentially part of a series of enchanted items that literally do nothing but look cool. There's even like a sword that glows. That's part of
Oh,
it too,
wow.
and it literally all it does is just glow. That's it. Like,
Alright.
like it doesn't even offer any illumination. It just has like a purplish moon-like glow, and that's it.
It's utterly
wow.
useless if you're into that.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Okay,
Alright,
you
so where should we start? Ooh, you know what? You know what is the best place to start an investigation? Of course, it's the tavern. I mean, that's where we have to
It,
go.
well, it's, as much as I would agree with that, it's probably not the first place we need to go.
Yeah, but
She probably
it
wants to go
is,
to the
because
tea house.
No.
that's where everybody is, though. I mean, yeah, it's like
True.
5 o'clock in the morning, but I mean, that's
Right. Day drink.
I'm going to the tavern.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not a day drinker. I'm a dwarf.
Dwarves
just a
are
drinker
day
at that
drinkers.
Karzar says it's just drinking at that point. What is this nonsense about day drinking? Night
Exactly.
drinking, day drinking, morning drinking, evening drinking. It's just drinking.
My
Yeah.
apologies.
I mean, look, let's take it up for a vote. Who wants to go to the inn? Dorian
Karzar
raises
raises his hand.
It's 50-50. Only
Right.
need one of you.
Dirty fuck.
I say we go to the end.
Oh.
Just get it over
See?
with.
That's-
Let's go. All right,
You're
we're going.
outvoted, mage.
Ophelia, you know that you can't resist a good ale.
No, she wants her tea.
No.
Oh.
Let's just go. We're going.
Look, she has her addiction to caffeine.
Did you eat something that was bad? Is your stomach okay? Is that are you having
It is.
problems?
I
Is
just
that why you tea?
trying to
Oh.
stay on
So-
the plot
Sometimes-
line.
Sometimes when I
Look,
see
you need
my stomach
need
is a
something to
little
keep
bit-
your mind off of your asshole, brother. Come on.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Boobs
Yeah.
at 5 in the morning. Sure.
Oh yeah.
By the
Why
way,
not?
Dorian,
Yeah.
rather annoyingly to you, you start to feel something on your back, almost like your armor around your shoulder is like being constricted and pulled backwards. And you reach back and feel, and like your shield is like one with your armor.
Oh my god.
Oh, crap.
Can I take it off?
Well, no, I'm not gonna make you make a strength check. I'll say it. You have to pull, but eventually it like snaps off your armor. Your armor's fine, and the shield mends itself.
Okay.
Fuck?
For right now, I put it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
And when we go to the inn,
By the way, you guys both just noticed that.
Yeah.
Looks like your shield has a
Alright.
mind of its own.
Hence
Look.
the fuck?
Look, alright, just calm down, okay? Let's just go to the inn and act normal. I put it in the bag of holding, it's okay. Alright, so we go to the inn, and just, what is...
So
What
the
is
name
it?
of the tavern is Norix Taps, is what it's called.
I want to be the asshole that just yells out into the entire inn. We're acting normal.
So
Look,
the general
just be
environment of
cool.
this,
Just be cool.
yeah, the general environment of this tavern is you notice there's a young human lady who's standing over by the fireplace who's just playing the flute. It's sort of sparsely populated at the moment, with there being probably about 20 tables throughout the entirety of this tavern, and only about 5 of them have people sitting at them. All 100% of the people that you notice in this inn, they're all human. You have not seen a single non-human since you walked into this place.
Makes it super
I
awkward
want to
for
walk
me.
up to the innkeeper.
So you walk up to the barkeep, and what you notice is this man has a completely shaved head. He has a decent beard, not dwarven by any standards, but going down to about the bottom of his neck. Sort of like sun-tanned skin. Like he looks like he's got some red, like he's been out in the sun working a little bit. He's just polishing some glasses. And he looks at you and says, "Huh, a dwarf. Don't see
Oh.
too many of your kind out here."
Oh, a human. I see your kind all the time.
Unfortunately, not likely that much lately. But we do what we can around these parts. Now,
What do you
can
mean?
I get you a drink?
Actually, I need to acquire a couple rooms. I'm gonna be staying for about 2 to 3 days. Business, of course.
Problem. Our amenities are, I believe you'll find them to be acceptable. It's nothing special, but
Wait,
it'll
at
be
least-
3
as
gold
long
a
as
night
it's-
per
As long
person.
as it's not in a cave and full of horse shit, it's acceptable to me.
You'll find a comfortable bed.
Alright. We need 3
Karzar says
rooms?
4 rooms, please.
Well, I was gonna have you and Phoenix bunk.
He gives Phoenix a look, almost like gives him a look up and down. 4 rooms, please.
Alright, fine, 4 rooms.
It'll be 12
Sure.
gold. Would you like to pay ahead? Perhaps.
Let's do 4 rooms. What'd you say? 3 gold a night. So
That would be 36 total, but if you pay ahead for 3 nights, I'll give it to you for 30.
I give him 5 pieces of platinum, and I said, let's just say we might need to stay a little longer. This will cover it, right? It's like an extra
Absolutely.
day or so.
For that 50 platinum, I'll give you the week.
Right?
Sure.
Or 50 gold, he means. For that 50 gold, I'll give you the week.
Well, 5 platinum, but yeah.
Yeah, well,
Alright,
it's 50
alright.
gold.
Alright, yeah. Sounds good. Well, let's just do that. Here's another 50 platinum or 5 platinum, and let's just say whenever we come in and we get hungry, we don't have to keep paying for tab. Is that alright?
Yeah,
Alright,
worked for
sounds
me.
good. Yeah, sounds good.
Is that food?
Yeah, that was food for the week, I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
Sorry. Squirrel. I'm trying to figure who knocked on the door.
He looks at you and says, one of our hunters actually just brought in a fresh kill. Perhaps would you have a pallet for gator?
Oh, I
There's
love
some
gator.
swamps nearby.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
gator
actually,
nuggets aren't that bad.
y'all go ahead and enjoy your time down here for right now. I actually need to go to the room for just a moment and refreshen up myself.
I'll
So,
stay here. For
I'm
the
actually
gator
going to
nugget.
have the 3 of you guys make a perception check real quick.
Perception, the one skill I'm not proficient in.
Perception. Why is it so large?
checks are under skills, right? Yeah.
Yes.
13.
Okay.
Do
Stand by.
Phoenix and Philia, go ahead and make
There we
yours
go.
whenever you
Yeah,
can.
yeah. Just give me
Woo,
1
I got-
second. There we go.
I think I no. Did I do that twice?
Okay, so
15.
it wasn't a very high
Cool.
DC for this one. The DC for this was 10. The three of you notice there is a figure sitting at the table, at one of the tables in the back corner of the room, sipping what looks to be a pint of mead. This individual is wearing like some pretty decent silvery colored armor, like nice steel plate mail, whereas the rest of the militia in the city is typically just ramshackle chainmail and studded leather. This individual has what appears to be a bright blue greatsword across their back. You can make out some vaguely feminine features, as well as under the thick black hood this individual is wearing, you see a few locks of blonde hair that can be seen from underneath, and you swear she's eyeing you.
well, and keep. I would.
Eyeing who?
actually Would need
The
to
three of
use
you, or
my
the four of
room,
you.
right now. So, anyways, for the rest of my group here, y'all enjoy. Gather some information. I'll be down in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
And Dorian's gonna go to his room and change out of his armor.
Okay.
And he's gonna dress in some regal wear, some very nice outfit, like ceremony, like just like some noble, like he's actually going to a meeting, you know.
So at this point, your AC is 10. Well, actually, your AC
No.
would be 13.
Well, he's still gonna keep the defender on his side.
Okay, so
But,
your
yeah,
AC
he's-
would be 16.
Yeah, he's still gonna keep the defender, but yeah, he's just gonna go change in and basically put all of his armor back into his bag of holding. So he'll only be carrying his bag of holding, and yeah, he'll just be in like he. Well, are y'all gonna go do anything while he's gone? Or are y'all gonna?
Yeah, I was gonna go talk to.
Okay, yeah, y'all do that,
Talk
and
to
then
who?
I'll describe his outfit when I come down.
So about the time that Dorian walks
Exit.
away, the cloaked, armored figure, which you notice this figure isn't wearing a helmet. They're wearing like a black hood, in addition to the plate mail armor that she's wearing. She walks up and she says, oh, what did I say the name of this tavern was again?
Norix.
Yeah, there we go. So she walks up and says, same time tomorrow, Norik. Flips him a few gold coins, and he says, good day to you, Melrandia. Yes, pleasure, I'm sure. As she walks by you, Philia, and like bumps into your shoulder, and turns and gives you a look before pulling her hood further down on her face and walking outside.
Okay.
I wonder what her problem was.
That's not gonna happen, right? Anybody else see that bitch?
Well, I proceed and go talk to the person that is playing the flute, and proceed to go talk to her.
Okay. You wait until she's finished with the song that she was playing, of course.
Yeah. Yep.
But you approach her, and she just, as you approach, she just says, "Any request?"
I don't really have any.
Freebird.
Stairway
I
to
don't have-
heaven.
I don't really have any requests, but I would. I have a few questions.
Pursuit of happiness.
The name's Victoria, by the way.
Oh, Phoenix. My name's Phoenix.
Nice to
But
meet you. You hail from down south, don't you?
yes.
Boo! Play some cutting.
Shut up. God damn it.
Yes, I am from the southern regions of this fine land. But How long have you been staying in this in this town, would you say?
I've been here all 30 years of my life.
Okay. Well, what would you must hear some gossip. Is there any gossip that may strike an interest to a wanderer like me?
You're one of those adventuring folks, aren't you? You have that look about you.
Yes. Yes, that
I
would be.
see. Well, if you're looking for work around here, I'm afraid we sort of keep to ourselves. So it's pretty peaceful out here. I've taken trips to King's Crest and Sea Shroud, and honestly, the big city life has never been for me. But
Mhm.
I mean, you could always look into the disappearances. We've had a few people that have gone missing lately. As well as we've had some of our gatherers claim they've seen strange monsters in the middle of the night.
Interesting. Well, what about that cloaked fella that just walked out? Anything about her?
That's Melrandia. She's Baron Vaughn's bodyguard.
Hmm.
She must be off duty. She doesn't get a lot of free time, but typically when she has it, she comes here.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. I think that'll be all. Thank you.
You are quite welcome, and I know our humble city isn't much, but I do hope you enjoy your time here.
I think I'll find something to do. Thank you.
As she goes back to playing her flute.
So Dorian comes back downstairs and he has on like these really nice like tunic with it's just black with gold buttons on it, and on the chest above the heart there's the symbol of the brother the Order of Shield
Kalimdor?
and Light. No, the Order
Oh,
of Shield
okay.
and Light is on the symbol on his chest, and on his shoulder sleeves are the symbol of Kalimdor, and then his rank in the Brotherhood. Just a nice formal attire when he has his long sword on his side, and his beard is nicely groomed. Like, sorry it took so long. And get changed. Y'all do know that we're meeting a Baron today, right? Like, y'all just gonna wear your adventuring clothes?
I don't
Karzar
think I
says-
really.
It's pretty much all I've
sorry,
got.
you go first.
I don't really think I have anything other than this.
Philia, aren't you
Really?
like some kind of noble or something? Aren't you? Isn't your family rich? You don't wear nice clothes. You just wear
I don't.
robes.
I have renounced my royalty. They don't fucking care about me anyway.
Oh, so you are noble.
Wrong.
I was just doing that. I was just saying that in
Mhm.
jest. I didn't actually know.
Yes.
Well,
Well, she
Anyway,
must be. She likes tea.
Shut up.
Anyways,
I
Karzar-
like me some tea.
Karzar, you always look prim and proper because you're a nerd.
Somebody has to represent the order. Now,
That's what I'm wearing right now.
it doesn't suit you.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Bitch.
where's your glasses? Aren't you getting old?
Glasses haven't been invented yet, but
Where's your monocle?
Whoops.
Can't tell me they don't have monocles, at least.
yeah, corrective lenses aren't really a thing. Not yet. Says now Dorian, addressing the elephant in the room. Did you notice the young lady who was watching us when we walked in here?
Yeah.
What do you suppose that was about? What are your instincts telling you?
that we're complete strangers? A tiefling, 2 dwarves, and a ganassi walk into a human village?
Actually, I would know something about that. I'm pretty sure she's the right hand man of the guy we're gonna go. Well,
That
you know.
stop. Don't say
Well,
stuff out
that's
loud.
why I said. Well, you know.
Look. And how would you know that? You've never even been to Redford.
Well, I talked to a bit of the locals and I got some information, like you said.
Oh, you're learning. Karzar, take notes from this guy.
He just sort of like waves his hand backwards in the air, like brushing you off.
I also know there's been some disappearances in this town lately. And there's been signs of monsters at the night, but no one really seems to know what the monsters are.
Hmm.
I want a part of that. That sounds
Perfect.
very intriguing.
That is exactly what we're doing here. Killing monsters. That'll be our guys.
Yes, I figured that would be some useful information that we would need.
I like it. Good job.
Nah, I was gonna say that anyways. Whether we knew it or not. Everybody has monsters that need some killing. Ain't that right,
Well.
Karzar?
This entire kingdom is plagued with all manner of unholy beasts.
That's right. Anyways, so, y'all wanna go check out the town and then go talk to the Baron?
Sure, we could take a look around. I think that's a smart idea. Maybe gain a little more information about the town and what's going on here.
Alright,
Absolutely.
let's,
We're gonna know our ground since we're fighting monsters now.
So, when you make your way around the town, this seems almost just like a human village. Like, there's really not a whole lot of what goes on here. It's very, very quiet. The locals eye you suspiciously, but greet you with pleasantries all the same. You notice there's, like, on the outskirts of town, if you look like a few hundred feet outside the perimeter of the city, a few fields growing various crops. Further on than that, you notice that there's some swampland that covers the city. It's also extremely warm here as well. As the city is getting further into the southeast region of Alarat, it's probably in about the low to mid 90s right now. Very bright and sunny.
How does ballsack? Okay. Ooh.
So, looking off in the distance to the south, you can see, like, several miles away, that it starts becoming sort of desert land. But here it is very green and lush. And to the
Any
naked eye,
stores?
you would think
that
this
pop
would just
out?
be a normal city. So you do see one city. So
Store?
one you see a store that's called Freya's Tack and Alchemy. That's
Okay.
one store that you see. Beyond that, you don't see too much else. There is a single blacksmith in this town that is owned by a man named Dane. So it's just called Dane's Forge Works. That's it. And beyond that, in a general store, those are about the only 3 stores you find in this entire town.
Alright. And the manor is like right in the middle.
The manor's on the far edge of town, the opposite edge of town from the side that you entered. You
Alright.
entered into the western side of the city. This is on the far eastern side of the city. And it
Well.
is a very nice, gated, stone castle-like manor.
Well, let's not dilly-dally. Let's go ahead and head on over to the manor.
So, when you approach the manor, you notice that the gate is currently closed, and a couple guards greet you and say, "You have business?"
Yes. My name is Dorian Stormborn, or Stormbringer.
Bringer.
And then
There you go.
I pull out the letter from the king and I hand it to him. I'm with the Order of Shield and Light. These are my associates. I'm to speak to the Baron at his earliest convenience.
The Baron cannot speak with you until dusk, as he currently has business to attend to.
Well, we will be staying at Norwick's Taps. Can you please deliver this letter here from the King of Stormhaven to him?
Sure, I will do that. He's giving you a suspicious look. I'm going to have you guys make either a perception check or an arcana check. Keeping in mind that if you use perception for it, the DC will be high.
I'm gonna go with perception.
With
And
Arcana.
that's a nat 20.
Oh, nice. So,
wanna know
Phoenix,
his
you make
social
one too?
security
One second.
number?
Yeah. There you go. Oh.
A nat 20?
Alexa.
Okay, so no need for hush-hush messages then. You all notice this individual upon closer inspection. You notice he has sort of like a pinkish glow to his irises. Like some sort of magical effect. Like there's a twinkle there, which the three of you would realize from closer no, I won't say the three of you. I will say that Phoenix and Philia, due to it being an Arcana check. Dorian, you just noticed the physical appearance, but Philia and Phoenix, you recognize this as a charm effect. Both of these individuals are charmed.
Not good. I mean, good, but not good.
So, as you know, or can tell by my outfit and by the seal of the king on here, I'm on official business as a representative of Stormhaven, and I must speak with the Baron. You may tell him. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's like I'm gonna kind of sort of interrupt you. I'm going to turn to you, turn my back to them, but whisper in your ear that they are charmed, just to fill you in.
You also have the amulet of telepathy.
Yeah, I put it back on.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure you would wear it. Okay.
Yeah, I put it back on.
Okay, ours, all right. Cool. As long as you're aware of it, it's cool.
So, purely because I don't like the way that you are all looking at me, I will keep this letter, and if you would please tell the Baron that a royal diplomat from Stormhaven has come to see him and is staying at Norwick's Inn. Taps.
I'll let the Baron know. I'll do so at once. Is that all?
Yeah.
If you could let him know that Philia Abaddon is also here. It may have some pull. I don't know.
I will let him know. Is that all?
Yes.
As they seem a little peeved with you, and they sort of keep like giving each other glances.
Okay, hold on. Out of like character game, I really don't know. I know like a charm does kind of it, or can I get like a furthermore explanation?
So, if someone's charmed, that essentially means that they are. It's not necessarily mind control, but it's sort of the next step down from it. It essentially like guarantees friendliness towards the person that charmed.
Oh, can you can you restart that? Because my headphones cut out. Sorry.
It sort of like guarantees friendliness towards the person that charmed them. Like it's not mind control. It's sort of the next step down. It pretty much what it means is that it forces that person to regard the person that charmed them as a friend. They view them as a friend. They would be willing to protect them. And it sort of would make somebody oblivious to the flaws of an individual that did charm them.
Okay, is it like bound to their body, or is it like able to actually be taken off?
It's a magical effect.
Okay. Like, alright, so is it like affected? You still there?
Yeah, I'm
Hello?
still here.
We're here.
Okay. My headphones are messing up, so it's kind of, I don't know if they're there or not. Alright, so is it like, so it's a magical effect, it's not like an amulet where they're given it and then that's how they were charmed, or?
I mean, you
It's
don't
just-
know. You just know there's some
Okay.
sort of magical effect that is
On-
charming this person, that would make them friendly to someone that they may not ordinarily be friendly to.
And I don't know if it's like a amulet that's doing it or not.
You don't know where it's coming from. You just know that it's
Okay.
happening.
Alright. That's all I wanted to know.
Dorian will turn his back towards them and activate one use of his divine sense for the day.
Okay. How far does that go?
60 feet.
These beings are not undead or fiend.
Yeah, I don't care about them. I need to know if the property has been desecrated or consecrated.
Oh, okay. No, you do not sense any desecration or consecration.
Okay. And it stays active for like 6 seconds, so... Alright, is there a local chapel in this town?
There is. There is. We worship the Dawn Father here. You want to ask for Father Eber. He runs the chapel.
Where is that? Where can I find the chapel?
Take a right, as if you were walking towards the manor. Keep going for about a half a mile. You'll see it.
Alright. Well, Father Eber, right?
Father Eber.
Ebrick. Father Ebrick.
Eberk.
Eberk.
Eber.
I apologize. My Dwarven tongue is not the same as your human tongue.
Yes, we know.
Ebrick.
Eberk.
Stop it. It's Eber.
No, I think they're saying e-brake.
Ebrick.
Like.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Alright.
No.
So we're off to see Father Ebrick of... Which god y'all say y'all worship?
On Father. Pelor.
The
Lord.
Khan Father.
Hey, whoa. Whoa, hold on there.
That's
Don't
a
make
whole
fun
thing.
of me.
I'm just trying to figure out how to pronounce their god.
It's Dawn.
Dawn.
You can-
Okay, Dawn Father. Gotcha.
Dawn.
Gotcha.
It's a
I'm
whole-
sorry if I had any disrespect in that.
It's okay. I too myself a holy man. What about
We
you
know.
guards?
We also worship Pelor, as do most people in this city.
Do they?
Well, yes. See, we're quiet folk. We're peaceful folk.
Right.
We don't much care for trouble being stirred up around our parts.
Right, which is why we're here. But anyways, official business for official members. Y'all have a good day.
They sort of tip their helmet down towards you, and they don't say anything.
Alright, let's go to the church.
To the
Alright.
church, yeah.
So, it's sort of an unassuming building. It is a nice stone-looking chapel. Sort of pointy architecture and, soundly constructed. But when you walk into the place, you couldn't imagine it could accommodate more than 100 people in here.
Right.
So,
I walk in and is there anybody in there?
A few people. You notice there's some stone pews. A few people are taking a knee in their pew seat, just heads bowed, praying. And you notice that at the front of the chapel, when you walk all the way down the aisle, you see a human individual. Shaggy blonde hair, goes down to about mid-neck. Sort of a 5 o'clock shadow, green eye. Has a quill, and he seems to be looking in one book and sort of taking notes on a piece of parchment. He notices you when you walk in and says, 4 of you must be travelers. Well, all are welcome under Pelor's holy embrace. Feel free to worship and pray as you desire. If I can be of any help, just let me know.
Yes.
This man is wearing sort of like very unassuming, like brown robes. And that's it.
It's kind of like a traditional monk, if you will.
Yeah, kind of. Like a friar.
Is he? Yeah. Is he bald or does he have that weird bald?
No, he doesn't have the bald spot.
Okay.
Just,
All right.
no. In fact, his hair is very unkempt. Like
Oh.
unkempt, shaggy blonde hair.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Forgive me, Father, that if we take up any of your time, as you could probably tell, I wear the symbol, and I motion towards the symbol on my chest. Of we are members of the Brotherhood of Shield and Light. We've heard some disturbing news about this area, and I came to investigate.
Indeed. Yes,
Here
we've
you
had...
have monsters.
We do.
May we speak privately?
We may. Here, step back into my study.
Yeah, I follow him.
He leads you to another room. This room is small, to say the least.
Big enough for the 5 of us all to
Oh,
be
yeah,
in?
yeah, big enough for the 5 of you, but not large by any means. And really the only furnishing in this room is a desk with a single chair at it, what looks to be a sort of a ottoman for, I guess, sitting down, a few other chairs, and a few bookshelves with sort of sparsely populated with a few books, though not full by any means.
Okay.
So, and you also you get a light smell of incense when you walk into this room as well. It smells pretty good.
Okay. So, I do not mean to alarm you by any means, Father. We do not. Some of us take different vows than others, as me and my associate Karzar here, and I motion over to Karzar. We follow the god of Kelemvor.
It says Kelemvor simultaneously with you when you say it.
You don't have to say it like that, Karzar. It makes it sound creepy. You're not Look, I got the cloak.
You're not helping.
You're not making me feel any cooler.
Just ask him what's going on. He whispers in your ear.
Anyways, sorry for my rude associate here. We're just trying to get some leads. We were told that there's some disturbing monsters down here, and me and Cars are here, and my other 2 associates, they help me on my adventures.
He looks over at Phoenix and Philia. Now, what are your names, and what is your association with the Order?
Well, I am Phoenix Aaron, or Aaron, or yeah, that thing. And then, I am just a friend of this good fellow right here, and offered a helping hand.
I see. Everyone does need friends. And what about you, young lady?
I'm Philia. And I have been traveling with this gentleman for quite some time. He's my friend.
I see. You know, you match the descriptions of a group of folk that I've heard of. Not you, perhaps, and he looks at Karzar and Phoenix, but the two of you wouldn't happen to be members of the Seven Deadly Sins, would you? As word has traveled quite far, especially to reach us out here.
So we actually get mistaken for that quite often. If I may ask, what's your interest in the Seven Deadly Sins?
Oh, nothing personal. I was just wondering if I was in the presence of celebrity.
You sure you've never heard of Dorian Stormbringer?
I believe I have, yes.
Oh, okay. Anyways, well,
I was just wondering if you were that Dorian Stormbringer.
yeah.
Yes. We are.
In fact, they are. They are the Deadly Sin. This dude is just pulling your leg.
Yes.
They are.
We are.
Father.
He
Feely
was just,
here
he was
is
just
our
testing your.
Feely
I don't
here is our arcane specialist, if you would. Me and Karzar, we only know religious material, and we have vast knowledges of historical. As in the Brotherhood, we specialize in the history, the past, and the present. Ophelia here, her methods and her knowledge span more into the arcane, which is
It
why
does.
we work well together.
It does.
Well, if the
Phoenix
two of
is
you are
muscle.
here,
Yeah.
a new addition, I guess.
He is.
Yes.
I think.
Well,
I think technically he actually makes 7.
well, if the two of you are here, that makes me feel much better about the problems that we've had lately. There was, a family. They regularly attended chapel, and rarely has anyone been kidnapped from their homes. Typically, it is our hunters, our farmers who have gone missing. However, this family home was found raided, their door broken open. No sign of bloodshed, but they're just gone. They're just gone.
Oh heavens.
You could look into this.
Yes.
That would. They're the Karth family.
Karth.
Yes.
Okay.
Martin, Chandra, and their son Bran. All 3 of them disappeared. They have not been seen for several days.
Could you tell me exactly where their place of residence used to be?
Over on the other side of town, about three doors down an alleyway around the inn.
Oh, we're actually staying at the inn. We should be having a meeting with the Baron, as we have a writ from the King of Stormhaven.
That's very encouraging. I'm sure the Baron would wish for these people to be found too, and if the worst has occurred, for those monsters to find justice.
Now,
Sure
which monsters?
would.
There's been strange reports of human-like monsters that walk on all 4, sharp claws, hunched demeanor, pale gray skin, that stalk the outskirts of the city at night. They're not seen often, and we haven't had too many people be killed. But one fallen brethren is a crime against Pelor, and that we should not stand for. We should not be content just because of the low body count.
Was there anyone left behind on these crimes? Like any victims left behind? Or did they all go missing?
Not usually, no. However, there was one instance. a man was found left at the scene.
Whoa.
And what did he by any chance have wounds perhaps near his neck by chance?
Why, yes, how did you know?
Well, like I
A
said,
theory.
we didn't become celebrities for nothing.
It's a working concept. I think I have a general idea of what's responsible.
But excuse me, my knowledge on the occult is not very vast, but I assume you're thinking vampires. But aren't these manner of beasts usually intelligent? Aren't they? These are monsters. These are not
Well-
intelligent beings that have been reported.
Well, see, you're saying their intelligence. That's why there's no bodies left behind, and that's why you only have one victim that has been actually seen there. That's why they're
Like-
intelligent.
For the most part, they're pretty intelligent. There's a couple of slip-ups. Like, not everybody's perfect, apparently, and even in that breed. Lord. That's the reason why we're here, though. I intend on fixing that entirely and permanently. So,
I see. Well, I've told you everything I know. If you need a place of rest, of quiet contemplation during your stay here, my doors are always open.
good. Good.
And Dorian, Kaza, I have a great deal of respect for your order. There was even a time, well, many years ago, as this individual looks like he's probably in his late 50s, early 60s, that I considered joining your order. But I feel as though I am needed here.
Well, I would not dwell too long on the past, as we only follow the whims of our deities. And if this is where Pelor thought that you would do best in your life, then this is where you shall be.
Could not agree more. I follow the will of Pelor, and nothing else.
May his light always shine upon you, and keep you warm through the harshest winters.
And on you, my son. Now, I do have some more business I must attend to. Is our business here concluded, or did you have any more questions? As I said, I'm always an open book.
Yeah, I tell him what room we're in at the inn, and if there's anything else that you can think of, or anything else that comes to light, come see us. Tell us.
I will do so.
And
For what it's worth, thank you.
I will use divine sense while I'm in here.
Okay.
Anything?
Nothing. You
No?
don't sense
No.
anything.
Okay. All right. There's not like zombies in the under the floorboards or something. You know, no dead
No.
bodies in the closet.
You take it if the Baron really is a vampire, he's done a pretty good job of covering his track.
All right. Well, I guess we wait till dusk for the. Oh, Father, one last thing. Have you ever seen the Baron out before dusk?
I've seen him on the exterior of his property, but his property is densely shaded, so he comes to the realization you're not suspecting. No, the Baron is not a vampire. He's done a lot of good
No.
for this city.
Right, but does he ever come for the high summer? Does he ever show for the high summer?
He does his
Summer.
business when the sun is at its lowest point.
High Summer is the basically Pelor's holy holiday.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, he does not.
So he doesn't make a presentation in the middle of dawn
No, he does not.
when Pelor is at its highest. Maybe he's just not a very religious man then if he does not show face.
I do not believe he is. He has not graced these halls with his presence yet. Though maybe
Right.
one day that will change. There's always
Maybe.
time.
Maybe he's a follower of Kellenvor and likes the darkness.
Perhaps. He jokingly gestures at you and Karzar's attire.
Yes. And Dorian chuckles with him.
Your followers
Oh,
have
yes.
always been a fan of the color black. But everybody has their symbol.
You know, a lot of people associate the color black with evil. But really, when you become a Doom God, you come to realize that black is the most neutral of all colors. Even the white of Pelor's normal robes, black is nothing. It is neutral. There is no anger, no hate, no love, no malice. It is what it is.
Indeed.
We respect it. But thank you so much for your time, Father. Please, accept this donation to the church, and I give him a platinum.
Thank you very much for your generous donation. And may Kellamvor's warm light guide you and keep you safe.
Well, kind of said that a little wrong, Father.
Or
But
I didn't mean Kellamvor, I meant Pelor. Pretend I said Pelor. May
And may-
Pelor's warm light guide you and keep you safe.
may
Whatever is
Kellenbor's
relevant.
shroud guide you through the darkness. All right, and then we leave. All right. Well, y'all want to wait till dusk?
No, not at all. Let's go.
Oh. Well, where are we going?
Mm.
Well, do we all want to be there for the meeting of Kellenvor? Right.
Right,
Actually,
yeah.
I want to go check out that house.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't we want to
What?
check out that house first?
Yeah. Let's make our way to the house, but Gavin, I don't want to be suspicious. So like I don't want to be looking at the house
Don't
directly.
be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't-
be suspicious.
Hey, when y'all had the on y'all's one shot, when y'all had the stripper, you could have been like, "Somebody come get."
Actually, it was a hooker, but okay.
She
Oh,
dancing
yeah,
like
okay,
a
yeah.
strip. Tomato.
Yeah, tomato, tomato. You know.
Oh, TikTok.
I know. I'm too old for that
I
shit.
saw. Okay, you know what? Yeah. We're going back to the game.
Anywho.
So, you approach this house, and immediately your suspicion is raised. You notice that several of the exterior windows to the left side of the door are completely shattered, as well as it looks almost like the being that went through those windows was struggling to do so, as you notice visible warping to the wood construction of this house. You walk up to the door and almost like to knock, except when you touch the door just slides open as the lock is completely busted.
Is there anybody around?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, because I don't want to just like walk up to the house too much.
Yeah, make a perception check. See if you're being followed.
12. My perception sucks. He rolled. That means there's somebody. Yeah, I actually don't want to like walk up to the house, but I will look around. Like, is there any windows I can see inside, like from the outside?
Yeah, I mean, you can see through. You're asking if you can see through the windows?
Well, I mean, can I see into the house? Like, is it what? How big is this house?
Not large, maybe 600-700 square feet.
Oh,
So it's not even 2-story.
that's sad panda right there. That's a suite. It's a hotel suite. Congratulations.
So, I mean, there actually is a second floor, but it's more like a set of stairs that goes up to like a landing to a
Attic.
single bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We call those lofts.
yeah, there's
Yeah,
a loft.
Where's our hotel or in according to this place? Like right across the street or something?
It's like one street over. It's like parallel, but one street over.
Hold on. Another question. When we saw the was right hand man, did she
No,
seem like
the
she was
bodyguard.
charmed? No. What? Or
It was the bodyguard.
no? Wait. Her like the right hand man that we saw in the right hand person
Yeah, that was
woman.
his bodyguard.
Oh, his bodyguard. Okay.
Yeah, she was
well, right.
introduced as his bodyguard.
Well, right hand man, bodyguard, whatever.
Yes, that was
Was she charmed
Andrea.
at all?
You didn't really notice her face. You couldn't really
Okay,
tell.
so we couldn't
She
tell.
sort of
Okay,
kept
cool.
a hood over her head to. You couldn't really make out too many of her physical features beyond like the bottom half of her head.
Got it.
So all you saw was just a few blonde locks that sort of poked out from underneath the bottom of the hood.
Got it. All right.
So when you enter into this house, it's completely wrecked. There are bookshelves that are completely overturned, shattered and broken chairs, tables that are missing a leg that are tilted over onto the ground. Make an investigation check. 3 of you.
Why are we making so many intelligence rolls? Oh, I got a 19.
Yeah, that's good. All right, Phoenix, Philia. So, Dorian, you stumble upon something. Let me direct message you.
Ooh, whisper,
You
whisper.
can just tell me. Or you can just send it to me and I can read it out loud.
Dick.
You find this note that is literally a balled up piece of paper that you find sort of tucked away in a corner.
Okay. That's it?
That's it.
Alright, I showed the rest of the group. It's a note that says, Dorian just reads it out loud. He says, "Please don't let them harm my family. Please, I taste their blood. I can't control. I think it's V." Oh, Karzar.
What? Hey, 1 second. We did. Oh, we did the perception check. Did we see anybody?
No, you didn't see anybody.
Do what?
Karzar, I
No,
just really want to
you're
just
good.
go ahead and go to the manor and move on with my life.
What do you suppose he means by he tastes their blood?
Vampire spawns, probably.
Yep.
Like, this whole town gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it.
Said he tastes their blood. What do you suppose that bloody hell means?
Well, I don't know. But we need to find somebody Somebody who doesn't like what's going on. Oh, you know who we can always trust, Karzar? Someone who's always forthcoming. Alright, fine. I'll tell you. The blacksmith. And then we start heading to the blacksmith. Wait, is there anything upstairs? Anything going on upstairs? Is it just as wrecked upstairs as it is
It would have
downstairs?
been upstairs that you would have found that note.
Okay. Alright. Well, let's go to the blacksmith.
I don't have.
Suppose this is as good a place to go as any.
Yeah,
What about
I
you
mean,
two? As
really
he
don't have anything to
motions
go
to
on.
Ophelia and Phoenix.
I might head to that interesting potion shop.
Right. Why don't y'all go there? And of course, we're dwarves, so we'll go to the blacksmith. Y'all know stuff about plants, like plant nerds, and then y'all go do that.
Sounds like a
divide and
plan.
conquer.
I suppose, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah,
let's
when you get
let's
done,
go.
we'll meet back at the inn for ale.
All right.
Nah, I think Philia would rather have tea.
No. Trying to switch to tea.
I'm never gonna let you live that down. I'm just.
I might. I like
Anytime we go to
tea.
drink, I'm just gonna be like, Ophelia wants tea.
Oh lord. I prefer beer.
You know,
but I should
Ophelia,
switch to tea.
the first step of admitting that you're an alcoholic is never admitting you're an alcoholic and just keep drinking.
Karza says, "Aye."
Yeah, or you could just be a dwarf. You should just really start proclaiming yourself as a dwarf. That way, no one ever assumes that you're an alcoholic and that you're just simply a dwarf.
Yes.
An alcoholic Dorian?
Hmm?
Am I an alcoholic Dorian?
No, you idiot. You're a dwarf.
Exactly.
Yeah, see how that worked?
Yes.
Worked out fine.
Yes, as a 5'6" dwarf with pointy ears and horns, I'm sure that would sell
I
appropriately.
mean, you're not, Dorian, like, kind of, when she says 5'6", he instantly kind of slowly lifts himself up on his tippy toes. You're not
Nope.
that much taller
Nope.
than me. Like, what, 5-6 inches, maybe?
Stop.
I mean,
Stop
it's not,
it. To
not,
be a dwarf, you have to be 4'3". Stop.
I'm 4'6".
Oh, well.
Excuse you.
You're not
I look at-
5'6", so.
I look over at Ophelia. I'm like, looks like someone self-conscious about his height.
Right?
Hey, you know what? You don't have a cool cape. And then I flick the cape as we turn to walk towards the dwarf.
And
The
it
blacksmith.
billows.
I just yell at him. I'm like, you just copied that from Suzuki.
Poser.
No.
You're a fucking poser. We'll meet you back at the bar when we're done with the plant thing that we love so much.
Ophelia's talking about her tea. I'm talking about potions.
Right.
Alright, me and Karzar head to the blacksmith and they go to the alchemy shop.
There we go. I might just.
yeah.
I might let me just go.
Yeah, so
So
y'all go
you-
ahead and do y'all's thing first.
Okay. If you want them to do their thing?
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
gonna go run to the restroom real quick. 2 seconds while they do theirs.
So you
Dorian's
will
gotta
walk
pee.
into Freya's Alchemy and Tech.
Yep.
So you see a young...
What do I see actually before?
Yeah, so you see a young human woman. This woman has ginger red hair, blue eyes, pale skin, sort of freckled. Looks to be in about 5'3", 5'4", sort of small figure. But she notices the rest of you when you walk in. She says, "Well, I don't recognize the two of you. What can I do you for? Welcome to my humble shop."
Red hair, kind of like mine, but mine's a little more flamey.
Yeah, you're one of those desert dwellers, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I recognize.
Yo,
Now, what brings you into these parts? We don't get a lot of travelers around here.
just looking to see what kind of potions or any kind of things that might interest a traveler.
Came all the way out here to buy some potions?
Well,
Hi.
we're also here for other business, but
We're passing through.
yeah.
I see. Well, I've got a few healing potions on tap. I apologize. We don't exactly get a lot of imports out here. It's mostly what we can farm around our area.
Hmm.
But I have a few potions for sale, a few healing potions if you would like them. A few antidotes. Oh, I do have a potion of poison resistance I was recently able to make, if that would interest you.
You know what? I might just buy one of those. How much are you willing to sell it?
I'll let go of that for about 100 gold pieces.
I know,
Alright.
Jem, you're like, yes, please. At least, yeah, I would
Yes.
also like one of those. Yes.
Of course. 100 gold pieces, so 200 for the bunch.
Yep.
Of course, unless you would like to purchase anything else.
Yeah, well,
Anything
through.
interesting? Any?
Greater healing
any-
potions. I have about 3 of
Okay.
I've got plenty of healing potions.
Can you really ever have too many of those, though?
I mean, I really
True.
do have a lot. Like, a lot. It's unnecessary. I should probably fix that.
Is it like your tea problem? Is that just like the same thing? You know? Is it?
No, different.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Different. The tea problem is I don't have enough.
Gotcha.
The healing is I have too much and don't know what to do with it.
Ah.
Well, if you're a tea drinker, I do have some fine herb.
Hey, girl, hey. Slide on into your DMs over here.
I also have a few potions of fire resistance as well. I don't know if that would suit either of your fancies.
Yeah. I don't have one of
I think-
those. Those
I think I'm good on the fire resistance.
Well,
As I give her a little wink, you know. It's...
Are you sure? I sell quite a few of those, especially around this time of year. As you see, it gets rather warm here. So people
Nah.
like them. They drink them just to help themselves cool off.
Nah, I kind of like the flamey remnants, you know.
See? Well, would that be all? Do you have any
But my
questions
fellow
about the town since you're here?
traveler would like the fire potions. You could sell it to her.
yes, absolutely. If I
Hey,
can't
wink,
use
wink,
it,
hush,
I'm
hush.
sure.
Oh,
If-
I was
If
about to say.
I no, myself, yeah. If I can't use it, I'm sure someone can.
Okay. Well, that'll run you. How many would you like? I have 3 of them.
How much is it? I'll just need the one at best. So how much is one?
300 gold pieces.
Okay.
Add that to your inventory.
Yeah, I'm
So,
doing math now.
Do you have any questions about this town while you're here? As I said, we don't get a lot of visitors, but of course, you're welcome.
Any suspicious activity around this place that you may have noticed?
Well, I assume that's why you were here. You've heard of the disappearances, yes?
Yes, we've heard of a few disappearances, yeah.
It's a shame what happened to the Karth family.
Yes,
Yes,
I've heard of
it
I
this.
just hope that they're found, or that whatever manner of beast it is that took them is to justice.
We are working on that, yes. We have plans. But another question. I know you are a small-time potion maker. I don't know your exact exact skills in the arts of the potion, but would you know anything about these potions? And I give them I point out the or I not hand, but I kind of like wave around the potions that I bought for
Potions that you just bought.
18,000.
I've never seen any potions like that. No, I wouldn't know anything about them.
Okay.
So, will that be all?
I think that'll be all for me. I don't know if my associate would like anything.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, thanks for visiting our humble town. I do certainly appreciate the business.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So, about this time, you notice that, well, it's not necessarily dusk. It's definitely getting into the later hours of the evening. The sun is sort of beginning to set, casting sort of a gentle orange glow across the peaceful rural landscape.
So like Twilight.
Sure, though I shudder to use that term in a one-shot about vampires.
Well, it's an important time of the day. It's actually two different times of day. Right before dawn is the twilight, and then right before dusk is twilight.
Then yes, it would be twilight.
Reluctantly, it's twilight.
Yeah, twilight is that moment where just before the sun breaks the cusp of the surface of the outskirts, and the light reflects off of the sky.
So, but yeah, what would you like to do as the sun is now starting to crest the horizon?
Don't they have to talk to the blacksmith?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
But yeah, you
My car
still have to do
alarm's
that.
Oh, stand by. 5-minute break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tony had to step out. Something about Corona.
Okay.
I heard Corona. I was like, okay, bye. Oh, it's a beer.
Hey, sorry. I thought it was my car alarm going off, but it was fans. My bad.
Car alarm. I'm like, I heard Corona. I was like, what's happening over there?
My bad. No, the car alarm was going off, and I didn't know whose car it was. But
Cool.
yeah. Honor. I apologize. Did I interrupt anything?
No.
No.
We stopped.
Okay. So on our way to the blacksmith, I actually want to swing by the inn and grab 3 ales, one for me, one for Karzar, and one for the blacksmith, and we'll
Okay.
take it over to the blacksmith for a little siesta.
On your way over to the blacksmith, this individual passes you again in polished steel armor, long blonde hair.
I cast Divine Sense. Or I activate Divine Sense. It's not a spell that I cast, it just happens.
Okay.
Can we say that as she walks past and Dorian will look at her and just his entire eyes just flash black for like a second when he uses Divine Sense? Like all the white in his eyes just go black.
You also notice she's walking in the direction of the manor. Go ahead and check your DMs.
I did. I saw it. Alright. Yeah, and I'll keep heading towards the blacksmith.
Okay. So, this is a pretty standard sort of blacksmith shop. It's nothing special. He's got some decent grade weapons and armor hung up on the wall inside to display. You walk in, it's very hot with a very smoky smell in the air, and you see human male, sort of frosty colored hair. Like his hair was dark at one point in time, but he's starting to gray. Clean shaven. Hair is very short. He's about 6 feet tall. A very muscular build. Who sort of wipes some grease off of his face and continues hammering away at what looks to be an axe that he's making at the moment.
So, alright, Karzar. Don't make me look bad. Just follow
Say
my
the same
lead.
thing to you.
Yeah, I just approach his forge and like lean up against an anvil by him and hold out a stiff drink. How about you say that? How would you like to accommodate a little hospitality to some dwarves? This is probably the most comfortable area in this entire town. It's right next to the forge. Reminds me of home.
Every day I'm approached by a couple of dwarves. I'll take you up on your offer. The name's Reed.
I hand him the mug and I hold up my mug to like kind of cheers him with Karzar.
He does the same and takes 4 or 5 big gulps before putting it down on the table.
Now
Thanks for that.
I
was
do not
thirsty.
put down my cup until he puts down his cup, and I stare at him when he starts to chug more, I start to chug more.
Okay. He gives you sort of a look and says, "Well, do you wish to buy some wares? Just finished a nice breastplate today.
Actually,
Decent set of daggers."
I'm always in the market for javelins. Two, in all honesty, I've been on the road for so long, and he'll turn and put his hands towards the forge, and just to like warm up his hands. Sometimes I forget what the fire feels like. What a nice. And he'll just inhale real deeply. It just reminds
Like
me of
soot
home.
and ash.
Yep. It just reminds him a young dwarf of, I guess, home.
So I could see why, though. I doubt you've visited my abode for a trip down memory lane.
No. We come because we know that the most honest people do the most honest work.
Indeed.
Well, my name is Dorian Stormbringer, and this is Karzar.
It's a
We
pleasure
hail,
to make your acquaintance, as Karzar says to him.
we hail from the Brotherhood of Shield and Light, and you have monsters in your town.
Ah, so you're some of them holy figures.
Mm-hmm.
You and the friar of our town will get along well. But yes, we do have monsters that plague our town.
We've already met
Everyone,
Father Embrick.
yes, Father Eberk,
That's what I said. Eberk.
yes, or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I said, or whatever.
But it has made things a little tense around here. With the Karth's family's recent disappearance, nobody really goes out after dark. I was actually about to close up shop myself and head home.
Well, how about do you have any silvered weapons?
Few. Call it a healthy paranoia.
Hmm. All right. Well, I'm actually in the market of selling a weapon, not really buying.
Mind.
Um. Well, I will pull out the +1 battle axe that I got, and I'll say, "What could you? How long would it take for you to infuse this with silver?"
Lace that with silver. I could have that done by midday tomorrow.
That sounds fantastic. How much?
So you want the entirety of the blade lined with silver, not just the edges.
Yeah.
Well, that'll run you. I can probably do the job for 100 silver pieces, and then perhaps 10 gold for the labor.
let's see, 100 silver pieces. How about 150 platinum for the whole thing? Wait, 100 silver. Wait, he said 100 silver pieces?
which is only 10 gold.
Right. Okay. Shit, I don't think I have any silver.
If you don't have any silver, that's fine. I'm just going to have to collect some more silver, as the silver pieces that would go into the job would be all that I have.
Kaka, why don't you buy one of his silver pieces of weaponry and then have him smelt it down and then put it on your thing?
Shit, I have silver dust, but I need that for my spells.
I have zero silver for you.
I can do it. I can do the job. That'll just be the last of my silver.
Alright. Well, look, here.
Oh shoot,
Take
I have
this.
100 silver.
I give
And then-
him
Bitch!
5 platinum pieces. Is this a good enough? Will this pay for everything?
He eyes that with a degree of enthusiasm. Oh yes, that'll do quite nicely.
Alright,
We don't,
and I
don't
give,
see too much platinum out these parts.
so the axe that I give him is the Berserker battle axe. It's a I dispelled the Berserker part, so it's just a +1 battle axe. And I want that enhanced with silver.
I can have that done for you. Yes, indeed.
Alright.
He greedily takes the money out of your hand and puts it in a pouch that he has hanging from his belt.
Alright.
Now,
Thank
if
you.
you don't mind, the iron's getting cool.
Sure thing. Would you how would you want us to help walk you home, or
Actually,
are
yes, that would be very appreciated. I'm leaving a little later than I would typically like.
Oh, well then let's go ahead and go. Maybe why don't you stop by the inn and I'll buy you another round of ale.
I'd prefer to just make it home.
Alright, well let's just head on.
Just give me one moment. As he takes his anvil and goes back to the axe that he was working on and just hammers really hard on like the upper portion of the edge to where he gets it nice and flat, and just puts it down, and just says, I'll get back to that in the morning. And grabs his backpack and starts
I point to the Berserker axe. Bring that with you.
He grabs it and throws it over his shoulder.
Now, as a part of our arrangement, I need to ask you one more favor.
Of course.
While you have that axe in your possession, it does not leave your possession. Everywhere you go, you take the axe with you. It stays with you. It's a very important sentimental value to me. And
I will
would
not
appreciate it.
lose this axe.
No, not lose. I'm not afraid of you losing it. I'm afraid of you ever being without it. Don't ever let it be outside of your own grip. Just
It
in
will always
case.
remain in arm's reach.
Well, I nod. All right, and we'll walk him home.
All right. So as you're walking him home, he takes you to the outskirts of town, close to the northern entrance into the town. You guys came into the western entrance. This is by another gate that goes into this city. Well, it's not really a gate. This isn't a gated city, but we'll say road. You see his. He points to a house a few hundred feet outside of the city and says, "That's mine."
Whoa!
And it's about this time that you start hearing like rustling in the brush from a heavily wooded area directly to the west of you, directly to your left.
As soon as I start hearing the rustling, I'll put my fingers up to my mouth and do my super loud dad call. Well, how about let's just go ahead and
I'd like to get to my house.
Front door.
As he
Yeah,
speeds up his pace,
yeah, and we'll continue to travel with him too.
so he thanks you, and it's about the same time that he shuts his door. You notice there is a shadow on the opposite side of his house, from almost like there's something crawling on his wall on the exterior of his house.
Damn it, Karzar.
All ready. Spells at the ready.
Out. Alright, I will draw the defender and I will flip it from defensive to. No, I'll keep it as defensive because I don't have my armor on me, and that's gonna raise my. That's gonna bring my AC to, because my AC is 10 plus dexterity, which is a -1, so that's a 9 for my AC, and I will draw the shield. So that takes me to a 12 AC.
And in a very alarming fashion, this time when you draw the shield, the scales spread from the shield all the way up the entirety of your left arm to the shoulder.
Sweet. And
I'm trying to
so
do a thing, just Fantasy Grounds is lagging. I've got the blue spinny circle.
I don't even get that.
Fantasy Grounds. I hope it's not about to crash.
I activate another form of my divine sense.
Oh yeah. So you definitely sense an undead within 20 feet of you, most likely, as well as a few others. Can you sense the direction of it, or
Yep.
just the fact that they're in your presence?
I can sense the direction of them. I just can't identify what it is. Like, okay, so even in divine sense, it states
You know the creature type,
yeah, I know the creature type. It says, but
not
not
what
the
kind of
identity.
creature.
So, like,
Yeah, which is
I
why
wouldn't
I said,
know. I
yeah.
wouldn't know the vampire Count Strahd von Zarovich, but I would know if it's celestial,
undead.
fiend, undead, or since I have the extra boon, I know divine as well, divine entities.
So, yeah, you sense one undead very close to you on the opposite side of that building, as well as about two more of them in the brush to your west, and they are moving south.
Is that away from me? Even the one on the building?
The one on the building is just on the opposite side of the building from you. The ones to the west of you, south, is in the direction of the city.
Can I see the one that's on the opposite side of the building? Because I will cast lightning lure at it as I alter the shield to.
What does it take to alter the shield?
I think it's an action. I can do it once a day.
Oh, okay. You can do it once a day.
Yeah, once a day I can swap the color.
But it doesn't have to be like after a rest or anything.
After every short or long rest.
Okay.
I can
So you wouldn't be
designate the
able to
color.
change it.
Okay, yeah. Alright, then that's fine. I'll just go Sacred Flame since that's the platinum.
Yeah, I'll just say for purposes of this wasn't intended to be a combat scenario. The divine flame crashes into this being, which just lets out a loud, like screeching noise before it just falls off the side of this building and almost thrashes around like an insect, like it's clawing in every direction before its motions go still.
Alright. Awesome. And the other two are still fleeing? South?
It's not that they're fleeing, they're heading south in the direction of the city.
Well, what is this creature?
This This is a vampire spawn, essentially a feral vampire.
I look over at Karzar. You know what this means.
Fortunately, I do. It seems as though, for once, your theories were founded.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Dorian gets a really huge grin on his face, and he just is super pumped, almost bouncing with excitement. This Karzar means the hunt is on. And then he turns and just sprints towards those other two creatures. I'm gonna chase him
So
down.
they both attempt to jump you, but
Okay.
they're not really any match for you. As you sort of just, I don't know, I guess you cut them down.
Yeah, and I have the improved divine smite, so that's like extra. That's all my attacks are radiant damage. So that's 3.
That's what?
So that's 3, right?
Oh,
3 spawns.
oh, okay, I didn't know what you were talking about. Yeah, yes.
Okay, I will cut off each of their heads.
You do so.
And I put them in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Gross.
And then
Yeah, that's what I was like.
So-
Okay.
Ah.
covered in
Just-
blood now, Garzar, because you know that spell that cleans things, right? Like you can do that.
Trying to pull up his freaking character sheet.
The prestidigitation.
I was at the prestidigitation.
No, I do not.
If I'm near him, I'll do it.
I can make you speak very loudly, but you already do that on your own.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Thanks. All right. So let's go meet up with the other members of our group. We'll head back to the inn.
So you get back to the inn, and when you attempt to enter, you notice the door is locked.
Okay, I knock on the door very loudly, like real strong.
See, that's all you had to do. A few seconds pass, and you hear an unlatching on the other side. It's a human individual that runs the place. He looks at you and says, "Oh, quickly!" As he motions you inside. What did I say this guy's name was again? I'm trying to find it in my notes.
Norik.
Norik, thank you.
Norik's taps.
Yeah, I remember the last name.
Norik, has my companions arrived? Are they in here?
I mean, I assume you guys would have headed that way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
All right.
yes, they're here.
Oh, Norik, I'm waiting for a message from the Baron. He's supposed to be meeting me here tonight. But I will be having an audience with the Baron. Could you leave the front door open for me? And I will rearrange some of
No,
the...
I cannot do that. But there is already a message for you that has arrived. A couple of guards came by, actually just a few minutes ago. If you hurry, you might catch them. They were asking for the 3 of you. Well, the 4 of you.
Yeah? What about us?
Seems as though our dear Baron is ready for his meeting with you.
Good.
Fix what?
Nip that in the bud.
Oh, real quick. Norik, was it, right?
Indeed.
Do you know the family that was abducted and they went missing? House got turned over, all kinds of crazy.
Karth. Yes.
Right, yes, Karth. And I reach into the bag of holding and pull out one of the spawn's heads. Was this one of them?
He His
Probably
cheeks puff out for a
convulses.
second.
Jesus.
Where did you get that? No, that wasn't one of them.
Oh, was it someone else that you knew?
Oh, don't think so.
And then I'll set that head down on the table and then pull out another one. What about this one?
No, not that one. Can you
Alright,
stop pulling heads out of your bag?
I'll put that one down. Hold on, and I'll pull out another one. What about this one?
At
Do you recognize
this
any
point,
of
he
these?
literally just, excuse me, he runs behind the bar, grabs a bucket, and just.
Look, Norik, do you see this? And then I'll like point to the badge on my chest piece, the emblem.
I see that.
Do you know what this represents?
You're one of those holy fellows, right?
Right. And do you see this? And I point at the rank on my shoulder. Do you know what this means?
I don't.
This means that I'm a professional monster killer, and your town has monsters. So if you can identify either of these three people that got turned into monsters, that'd be very helpful. If not, I'm gonna
just the
keep
one.
bringing back head. Wait, what do you mean, just the one?
I only recognize one of the heads. That's Ben. This is one of the local tailors. He went missing just a few days ago.
Oh man, they got the tailor. Ah, damn it! I ran through a patch of roses, and he like pokes a hole at his pants. He's like, fucking the hole. I was kind of actually hoping to get that tailored here. Pants seams are a little short. All right, never mind. I'll put all three of the heads back. I'm gonna don my armor.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off my noble outfit and don my armor back.
All right.
What, y'all just gonna sit there and watch me change? Turn away. What am I doing? Bunch of weirdos.
Karzar's already gotten into an ale.
Karzar,
This,
what did we say
this
about
sounds like
drinking
the
on
Shire at times. That is
Thank you.
encouraged.
Well, where's mine?
Oh. Didn't know you wanted one.
Trying to hoard it all for yourself. That's what you were doing. This is the Shire, by the way.
No,
I walk
it's
up.
not. It's part of it, but
Like, the
I wa-
music is Shire related, for sure. But I muted it, so I don't
I
you
walk up
muted
and-
it. That means it's not going to be on the stream.
Yeah, according to Sean, he, quote, doesn't care. So I was like,
Uh,
okay, that's fine. And that was
Uh,
why I muted it. Because I didn't want to I didn't want to, not correct you, but fussed you like 2 times in a row. I'm like, I'm just being too weird and needy and something, so I didn't mention it the second time.
you're good. You're good.
I'm hashtag socially awkward. You'd already fixed it once.
So, Tony, last time I lost the page in my notes. Like, I had a whole page about this, but I just can't find this guy's name.
Norik.
Thank you. God.
Think about Rorik.
I'm looking for that page, but in my notebook, like, there's a few pages that, because I wrote these notes forever ago, that just have, I guess, been ripped out at some point in time. So I'm dealing with like half my note.
Well, by this time I will probably remember his name, and I suck at names.
Alright. So, at this point in time, yeah, I mean, that's what you have to go on. That the guards came for you and that you have been summoned to the manor.
All right. Well, I don all of my armor, and then we head
Well-
to the manor.
Yeah,
All right. So, approaching the manor gate, the same guards as before. They're standing there and they say, "The great Baron has agreed to speak to you. I do hope it is worth his time. He is a very busy man. But right this way."
Alright, I say great, and then I proceed to chug one of the potions that I bought from the prosperity potion. I proceed to chug one of them. I don't know what the hell they do, but I'm chugging one.
They are in your inventory if you want to read what they do.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
actually a potion of possibility.
Yeah. Within 1 foot of you at all times.
So, as they open the gate to allow you in, welcome to Duskwake Manor. Right this way. So, they lead you down a long, paved stone road that leads up to the stone castle-like manor. Very well constructed, tall, but by no means as tall as a standard castle would be. And each of them walks to a separate door as they pull back and open a set of large wrought iron doors, each door probably about 10 feet tall, before they beckon you into the room and walk in after you. Just remember to type in skip. There we go. So, standing before you,
You should try and listen to that one. Okay.
There we go.
This sounds way better.
And it's suitable for especially right now. Yeah, unmute Groovy.
I did.
Well,
Okay.
It's server deafened. Don't click that off. It'll
Yeah,
kick
don't-
it out of the chat.
Yeah, don't do that, but keep it server deafened. But yeah,
Yeah. It's server deafened, but yeah, it's been unmuted for the past couple minutes.
All right. So
Two.
you see in front of you a tall human male who is currently seated behind a desk. This individual is wearing what looks to be... Where's that page? So, wearing what appears to be like a large green cloak that he has affixed to his upper shoulders. He's not wearing a cloak over his head. He's wearing a black tunic with like a white undershirt with a visible collar underneath, as well as black pants and brown boots. It's very noble attire, with him sporting several rings, a bracelet, as well as he's wearing a very ornate medallion around his neck, attached to a golden chain. You also see the same human female from before, wearing very polished steel armor, carrying what looks to be like a frosty greatsword across her back, whose black hood is now lowered, revealing a very pretty human female, pale skin, long blonde hair. You also see that he has in his presence a white dragonborn individual. This person carrying what looks to be a tome, as well as wearing like very simple, very worn gray robes, as well as what appears to be a like a quarterstaff. The Baron looks up from behind the table and says to you, it's a pleasure. We don't get too many shield bearers out here, but of course I'm always willing to work with the Order.
Actually, this wouldn't be you working with us. This would be us working with you. It has come to the Order's knowledge that and we've heard rumors, and just rumors, speculatively, that you have a monster problem in your town, and we're here to help.
I see. First, let me introduce myself. Of course, as you assumed, I am Baron von Streiss. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, no, please. Allow me to introduce us first, as we are guests in your manor. My name is Dorian Stormbringer, and these are my associates, Karzar, Phoenix, and Felia.
Pleasure. Charm. This is my bodyguard, Melrandia.
We've met.
And this is my advisor, Orson Everett. He looks at the two of you and says, "It's a pleasure to have your kind in our midst."
Oh, yes, dwarves. Yes, we've had a pretty welcoming party coming through here. Everybody seems to acknowledge the fact that dwarves haven't really been sighted here.
Oh, we don't see too many dwarves around here, nor do we see visitors. He sort of gives a nod to the Baron, and the Baron just sort of raises the dismissing hand and says, "Well, our monster problem, you need not concern yourself with it. Our militia can handle it, and it's a shame what happened to the Karth family, but no further disappearances will occur. We're doubling our guard. You need not concern yourself with it. I'm sure your order has more important things to do, much grander in scale than visiting our humble town. I don't think your help is needed here, so if you could kindly find it upon yourself to perhaps pursue more important order business, then I think that would be much more fruitful to you than investigating here. We have the situation under control."
That sounds like a fancy way of saying get the fuck out. Which I of course take offense to.
Well, I would, with all due respect, us brothers of the shield and brothers of the light, and sisters, of course, nodding to the lady at the table, we take vows, and unfortunately, Baron...
You can just call me Vaughn.
Baron Vaughn, I had
Just
made a vow.
Vaughn is fine.
Of course, Lord Vaughn. I had made a vow that someone that used to be from this town had one of their family members disappear, and they seeked out the order and asked if one of us could swear vengeance against the monsters, and I humbly obliged. So it is by vow of the great god Kellenvor that I am bound to service of these lands. So if there's any way that I can be helpful...
I understand, and I will instruct our guards to invoke the name of your god when these beings are put down.
Not a fan.
Well, so y'all will be looking into the problem of these monsters.
Of course. As Baron of the city, it is my job to look out for the well-being of my citizens.
Right. Well, now, we are actually currently heading southbound. Oh, is there any, like, food at the table or drinks?
There's a goblet, but that's it.
Oh. We are actually heading down to, what was that place called? Phoenix, that we were heading to?
Serenar.
Serenar. Fair enough.
Oh, yes. So but we're not expected there for at least a week, and we grow weary. So we rented a room at the local inn for the next week. Do you think this matter would be resolved within the week?
I would think so, though I would recommend River Run for you to make your stay. We can have guards escort you if you would like.
Oh, River Run, but that's not...
It's a day's travel from here.
Yes, but River Run, that's to the northwest. We're heading southbound.
Then
We
Darkholm. I hear the drow can be quite amenable. Most of the time. He
I
gives an
don't-
eye to Neely.
Yeah, I don't like this conversation.
No, I don't think we'll be going to Darkholm anytime soon. Actually, would you... Actually, I was wondering... So, we were invited here. The person that I swore the vow to... It was very clear that she was from here, like this area, and,
What was this individual's name?
Philia? What was her name? And then Dorian will, scratch his chin and kind of ruffle his beard for a minute, and then I'll use Divine Sense, and then look up at the Baron and go, "Oh, Elena."
Excuse me.
Yeah. Just for flavor, when Dorian uses Divine Sense, his entire, his eyes, just straight black. Like when he uses his, boon, too.
Do you mean
So-
Ilvana? Or no?
At the mention of the name,
Okay.
make an insight check.
Are they all
Everybody or
undead,
just-
too?
So interestingly enough, when you use Divine Sense,
I'll use a luck point on that. Oh, that's
Oh
fucking
god.
stupid.
Oh Jesus.
so yeah, you didn't can't really tell you much on that. If Philia and Phoenix, if you would like to make an insight check, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why you're here.
How's that?
1 second. Skill.
2-5?
Philia wants to know his blood type.
Oh,
Eh.
Social security number.
Parents,
Mother's
mothers,
maiden name.
maiden name.
So both Philia and Phoenix, you notice that at the mention of the name Ilana, for a moment you see him sort of grit his teeth and sort of shift in his chair. And as far as what you detected, Dorian, it's strange. You actually didn't detect anything from the Baron. The White Dragonborn, however, you do detect as an undead.
And what about the female?
That's the same person you used it on before. Yeah, so
No,
you do detect
The
undead.
bodyguard.
The bodyguard is who you used it on before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So her and the White Dragonborn are both undead?
Yeah, he didn't really ring up as anything. Philia, make... Well, and Phoenix, because you're proficient too. If you're proficient in Arcana check, you may make... Or in Arcana checks, you may make an Arcana check.
Spoops.
Damn. Kelly throwing the 19s.
That's my jam.
Holy... wait, I didn't even notice that you did that. I was looking at that and just didn't take notice because it was the same roll.
It's
So,
the same fucking
Phoenix, I'll say that you would notice that the amulet that he's wearing around his neck that's affixed to the large gold chain, which is essentially like a blood ruby, inset into like a circular gold ring hanging from a large gold chain. Philia, you recognize the school of magic of that, and that would be... illusion.
Huh.
Or would it be enchantment? Essentially, you recognize that the nature of that medallion is concealment.
Oh man, what's that fucking like level 2 spell that's ridiculous? The oh man.
Trying to look up spells, but Fantasy Grounds doesn't like me
Magic.
today.
Magic aura.
Oh, Nistul's magic aura.
Yep.
I don't have that.
Mistul Magic aura. Oh man, if Val was here, he would know exactly what that is. But he's not. So stupid. He's using false aura.
One second. Yeah, so the School of Magic is illusion of this particular amulet that you're picking up on.
Cool.
Now, I believe our business is concluded. If the four of you could be on your way. I tire. I shall retire for the evening.
Will you? I will amulet of telepathy to Ophelia and be like, I grow very impatient. My blood is boiling, Ophelia. What do you say? We just burn this entire damned house to the ground.
I pause. I internally think you're like, it's one of those you like, put my hand on my chin, look up a little bit.
Okay, now, okay, holy crap.
Think about
Okay,
what you're
there
gonna
we go.
do, because I gotta use the restroom.
Okay, that's cool.
I had like a 32-ounce bottle of orange juice that I turned into a giant screwdriver, and yeah, I'll be right
That's your
back.
fault.
Jesus. Like, just listening to that makes me want to pee. Fuck. I kind of like totally want an earthquake, like the whole thing, but it's just me.
Hold on. One second. Let's see.
And like, I don't have any like burn it down kind of things, but I do have a crush it entirely kind of a thing.
You don't have any fire spells?
I mean,
I have fire spells.
yes, but no. It's like I have like I typically do the acids. That's my jam.
Hold on. I'm about to do something when Gavin comes back. So it's after seeing the heads, I think we have enough. After seeing the heads, I think we have enough evidence and what we need. So I'm just gonna do something. It's gonna be great. But
Lightning bolt. No, that's not it. Well,
I have plenty of fire moves, but again, you can't talk telepathically to me because I don't have a telepathical thing.
you don't have
so,
your jams. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of fire spells, bruh. I mean, I got wish, but I'm not wasting it on this guy. Obviously.
Well, maybe.
I got earthquake. Just flatten the whole goddamn thing. Problem solved. I mean, there's a few innocents.
I have fire spells. I just don't know what you want to do because you're doing telepathically.
Dragon Mighty Waters, teleport, earthquake, and the end.
Cat, will you shut up?
Whoa. You do not yell at cats, good sir.
Cat says
They're
no and fuck you.
Yeah.
I prefer dogs.
It is cat.
Nah. No, cats are way better than dogs.
Sorry,
The
you're
only
in the presence of two cat owners. Sorry.
Only
Several
problem
cat
with
owners.
cats.
Three technically.
If
The
they
only
piss
problem with
everywhere
cats-
like this one does,
Oh,
Oh
no,
no!
that's you,
You know
boy.
what? That's
Should
yeah.
probably
That's
get
that's
that
on you,
checked.
dude. Yeah.
no, it's not me. It's literally the
No,
owner's fault.
mm-mm.
I blame the owner. And I'm not the owner.
Oh, you're not the owner?
No, I'm not the owner.
Oh,
One?
yeah, it's the owner's fault.
Are
Yeah.
you 18?
No.
No, he's
Yeah,
17.
alright, then you're fine. Never mind. I was like, I'm sorry, if you're 18, you live. Just kidding. Speech redacted. You're fine. It's
Yeah,
not you.
yeah,
It's
like-
not you. You're fine.
The cats pee for one reason and one reason only. They're pissed. They don't like their environment, so they piss wherever they want. So, actually, it's a
Well,
multiple
kinda-
things because we had a cat that had a UTI, so she was pissing outside the litter box, and the vet told us like the main reasons is like one, they don't like their litter. You need multiple litter boxes throughout the entire house. We have a 2-story house, so it requires 3 litter boxes, 1 downstairs and 2 upstairs. Which we don't have one downstairs because I don't want my downstairs to smell like cat piss. So
Here's the problem with the. We have 2
Yeah,
cats. Okay, well I don't have 2 cats. My brother owns 2 cats. One cat is female, one cat is male, and they're both brother and sister. Okay.
Mhm.
They try to fuck each other all the
Sorry
time.
about that. I'm back.
yeah, they need to
and-
go get them fixed and go get
Yeah,
them taken care of.
They're getting fixed next. One of them's getting fixed next month. But literally, this one pisses all over the room, all over the upstairs because we keep them separated. One's downstairs, one's upstairs, and then he craps outside his litter box. He doesn't crap inside his litter box. He
Get
craps
high wall.
outside his litter.
Get high wall litter boxes.
And he's
That's what
So
I
if
get.
I'm gathering this right, you guys are planning on neutering the Baron.
Well, we're talking about cats. He said the cats are pissing everywhere. Like, tell
Yeah.
your brother to go
Wait.
get high wall litter boxes. It's
Okay.
way cleaner, man. You
Totally.
would. Yeah, it's so much better, especially if you can get one that has a dome cap on the top. I have one
Yeah.
that has high. It was like $20 on Amazon. It's got like 8-inch walls around the sides, and it has a dome cap. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Okay,
Uh,
so
thank you for the advice. So let's back to this guy.
I was
yeah.
like, well, I got.
So-
I have additional advice with 10 years of. Okay, that's fine. Alright.
I kind of step up, and I'm like,
Goodbye.
can you believe the BS that's coming out of this guy's
He's a
mouth?
Bodyguard, god damn
Do
it.
you have an amulet of telepathy?
He does
No, I
not.
don't.
think
I do
so.
not.
Oh, so you just
I have. Y'all haven't got
Saying
mine
this
yet.
out loud.
Yeah, I'm saying this out loud. Like I'm literally just stepping up and saying this out loud.
I just turn to him
By
and
the
be
way,
like, Phoenix, watch your tongue.
said-
You are still in the presence of a baron.
I am the Baron. I am a Baron under the kingdom of Storm, or not Stormhaven. I am a Baron under the kingdom of King's Crest. You will show me respect.
See, that's where you're
You-
wrong,
you-
man.
You are correct, Baron. How long is this table that he's sitting at? I take it he's sitting at the head and we're at one end?
You guys aren't actually at the table. He's just sitting at like a round table with his guard and his advisor both standing to his left and his right. You guys aren't sitting anywhere, and you're probably still a good 30 feet from him.
Okay. I will approach like another 5 feet. I want to be just right inside, so not threateningly. I will do my little yell at Phoenix and approach 5 feet. Baron, with all due respect, I apologize for the subordinate's loose tongue. I will
One
see
more
his
slip up like that, he will be dismissed.
Thank you. I do have another matter to speak with you about.
This is gonna have to be the last concern, as I'm quite a busy man.
Well, let me not take too much of your time. As you can tell by my so on this new plate mail that I got, there is the symbol of Kellenvor right in the center. I got the same gold etching as the last plate mail, since Dorian's been off with this mail or this armor. As you can tell, and he'll motion to the symbol, I am a paladin of the great god Kellenvor. And I don't know if you know who we are, but we are members of the 7 deadly sins. And he'll tap on his chest, Dorian Stormbringer.
Yes, another
Ophelia.
wandering band of adventurers.
Shit. Hold on, let me get my book real quick. I need to look up these guys' fucking name. I had a question for you. I'm going to throw a couple names in the air, and you tell me if they mean anything to you. Oh, fucking A. Where is those fucking...
30 seconds. Flip through.
Okay. I know Sean posted a picture in the general chat, I think it was, of y'all's
Probably.
wall of dead people.
Well, it is literally
What?
behind me if you're looking at me live.
Well, I
Um,
need to know the dude that was in Sea Shroud. What was his name? The main
Valdonis.
Valdonis? And
Yeah.
what was that other dude's name?
We have Verkin
Hell.
the Lick, Carthalis,
Huh?
Rainier,
It's not going to be
And
up on that list.
Arkan. Oh yeah, I was like Arkan Valdonis is and then Artigan
Yes.
is the lowest we've got.
Do you know Valdonis?
No, I can't say that I do.
Well, he was an elder vampire over in Sea Shroud, tried to control the whole city. It was pretty crazy, actually. He had hundreds of vampires. It was insane. Him and his wife, and anyways, it was...
Yes, I believe he was a vampire lord, not an elder vampire.
What's the difference between the two? I apologize. This is very interesting. Please explain if you have any further knowledge. I am always seeking help with the matters of undead or mythical creatures. If there is a difference between a lord and an elder, I would love to know.
Well, he gives you sort of a threatening look. He says, an elder vampire is much more powerful.
Right. Now, before I beheaded Alana, she told me that she was an elder vampire.
I don't know the name.
Alana,
Make an insight check.
with advantage.
Yeah, with advantage, because you're
Because-
familiar with the person.
$15.
He had a degree of hesitance and sort of paused for a minute, as if in thought, before he said he doesn't know who she is.
You... Damn it, Baron. I grow tired of these games. Can we just speak in private, please? And then I cast Turn Undead.
On the Baron?
On all undead that can see or hear me.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throws, please. Gap, bro.
Yeah, I'm pulling up their sheets now.
My exact words was, I grow tired of these games. Let us speak in private. And when I say speak in private is when his eyes will flash black again, and I will lock eyes with the 2 undead sitting at his sides.
And this is all undead in your presence?
Not all undead in my presence, all who can hear me or see me, that
Okay.
can see or hear you within 30 feet. So if there's any other creepers outside,
So,
thank you.
what does Turn Undead do?
they take the dash action and run as fast as they can.
So, Orson and the Baron, nothing happens to them. But immediately when you do that, Melrandia has this like paranoid look in her eyes as she just turns and bolts up the staircase. He looks over at her and says, "Melrandia, what are you doing?" As she just turns around and runs without a single reply. She runs upstairs.
Huh.
Do you not recognize the symbol of Kelemvor?
Guards, escort them out. As these two guards attempt to approach you, one of them grabs Dorian by the arm. The other one grabs Phoenix by the arm.
Is it just the two?
Just the two. As they shout back to Philia and say, "Miss, if you'll follow me, please."
No, Baron. I don't think we'll be leaving until I kill that undead that just ran from me. As you can tell, I'm a Doom Guide, and undead is my thing. And I will shrug off of this guard, because I know he can't hold me back, and I will slowly start to follow her. The chick that ran away from me.
The guard that grabs me, I just basically put my hand in his face and shove him as far back as I possibly can.
The Baron at this point stands up from behind his table and looks at the rest of you and says, "You will all leave right now." As at this point you notice a red flash in his eyes, as his eyes start to let off like an eerie glow. And almost in response to this, Dorian, that irritating problem that's been going on since you woke up in the morning immediately just spirals out of control. As your shield, are you holding it or is it on your back?
It's on my left arm.
Immediately, the scales from this shield start just making their way up your left arm as they almost like consume your arm before they overtake your torso, your legs, your feet, before forming a helmet like a piece of armor around your head. And when you look at your arm, your shield is just gone. Like, it's not there. When you do look at your arm, you notice that you seem to be wearing, there's not even any visible seams in it, like a one-piece, like, bronze scales, which have completely, like, overtaken the exterior of your body. You look at your arm, and you notice what appears to be, like, an electrical blue shield, but it's not physical. In fact, it's also kind of semi-transparent as it crackles with electricity. No, you don't have blue. Yours is silver right now.
Yeah, it's Sacred
Or
Flame.
platinum, I mean.
Iron.
Yeah, it's
So,
platinum.
yeah,
and
yours
it's,
is
Sacred
platinum.
Flame.
So, never mind. Your armor is platinum, not bronze. And this, barrier that's coming off of your left arm appears to be made of, like pure holy energy, as this divine light sort of trickles in an upwards direction off of this disc-like object that has taken the place of your shield on your arm. The two of you seeing this, Dorian appears to be about 6 inches taller. And this armor is, like, there's not any visible seams in it. It's not like he looks like he's an animal. He doesn't look like he's the dragon. But it looks like very jagged, edgy scale armor that has completely spread around his entire exterior. And you notice that he has his eyes, where the part of where the armor has essentially spread to be a helmet as well, have like a white glow.
I step up, talking to the Baron, kind of really raising my voice at this point. "No, you heard my friend. We're not leaving until we kill the undead that just ran up those stairs."
Oh, Baron. One more question.
What just happened to you?
I will answer your question after you answer mine.
Tony, by the way, if you look at the top of your inventory,
Yeah, I see it. Real quick. Do you know who the god is that is worshipped in this town?
I know it is Pelor.
Yes, the Dawn Father. And I cast Dawn. And then in the amulet, I tell Philia, counterspell. Whatever comes this way.
Yeah, the Dragonborn is going to attempt to counterspell. At this
And then,
point,
Philia, I
after
need you to
this
counterspell.
resolves... So, what level are you casting Dawn at?
It's a 5th level spell.
Okay, so... I'll roll a
Is Kelly
D10.
there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Kelly, are you there?
Do you
Okay,
have
I'll roll a
counterspell?
D10 and dismount.
Technically, I do not.
Oh
Do not-
my god.
Do
I
not.
thought you
Yeah.
knew counterspell.
Let me double check with my D&D, but I'm
You
almost
used
positive.
counterspell.
I know. I think I switched it out with
Pretty
something.
sure.
Jesus. It's not one of my common ones, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess if he's gonna counterspell at 3rd level, then he just needs to roll a 15 or higher, which is super easy to get.
Me. I have a counterspell
Well,
at 3rd level.
I rolled a 6 on my D10,
Oh, garbage.
so he's counterspelling at 6.
Stand by.
You have counterspell. Yes, you do.
Yeah, Sean says I does, but I've not seen it in a while, so.
She knows
Oh.
counterspell.
Well, crap, I already said what level he was casting it at.
I
I
don't.
thought you didn't have it.
I don't know what level I have it at.
You can cast
Well, it's a 3rd level
Well, it's
spell.
a 3rd level
Oh.
spell that you can cast at any level.
I'll say this, since I already kind of said what level the spell it is, because I didn't think you had that spell, I'll say you can cast it at 3rd level, just so you have to roll for it.
I do not have
Wait.
it. It
You
is not on
don't
my
have it?
D&D. Everybody keeps saying I have it, but it's not on my D&D, and it's not my current spell list. I don't have it.
Fuck it, I use my counterspell.
You know counterspell?
Yeah, I have
Like I know I've
counterspell.
used it, but I don't have it. Move, cat. Goddamn. Inconvenient
Gavin,
for a
what
ball.
is that?
What's what?
Oh, I'll find it.
Spell list?
It's a spell for the cause it just some wording is off. I'll look it up. It's okay.
Mm-mm.
I gotta find the Dragon's Breath spell. Figure out how my thing works.
As far as maps go, this is going to be the one I'm going with. Pretend the bonfire is a desk.
You're a desk. Okay, so they're all 15-foot cones. Okay, so they're all 15-foot cones.
You're looking at your new shield.
Yeah. So it's just
Like I said,
15
man,
foot
I'm
cone of
surprised you
radiant
didn't pick
energy.
up on this sooner. Whenever
What?
whenever Zeos came in, and everybody that didn't have a relic wasn't affected by his divine pressure, you were not affected.
I mean, I picked up on it. I just thought it might have been his bloodline.
No, that had nothing to do with it. I actually have to clear the combat tracker because I never cleared it after the last fight. Is there any way to just delete everything?
In the combat tracker, yeah. It's on the bottom left hand. You just right click and then like delete all tokens or whatever. You can leave Shiziki though. He can teleport back in, or Azrael, and help out.
Yeah, I need to get rid of Elastrios too, and then add Karzar.
Oh, my eyeball.
Another reason this is taking so long is sometimes Fantasy Grounds really likes me, and sometimes it doesn't. It wants to make me wait 20 seconds after clicking on something before it actually opens.
Oh, hey, so I get to replace my Divine Smites and improve Divine Smite's radiant damage with the damage type of my shield's current color, which is radiant. Nice.
Yeah.
I picked a prime one to start the day with. I think I actually haven't changed the color since.
Yeah, I think gold may have been a good color to have for this, but the platinum works just as well.
You may not end this transformation early. Ugh. Ugh. How long does this last?
A minute.
Why is
Oh
it
my
my
God.
turn? What? Who rolled for me?
Nobody.
Nope, nobody
I'm
did.
still
I was
getting
like,
on that track
Those are
already.
from the old ones. Gavin, make sure you do a long rest for us so it restarts all of our spell slots. I already reset mine, but
Eyeball is fragging killing me.
Come on, Fantasy Grounds. There we go.
okay. So how do you do all attributes?
Jazz, you're not here.
Now, when you put all attributes, do you mean abilities?
Yeah,
Ability
like
scores?
strength, dexterity, yeah, I should have said ability scores. I'll change it to where it says ability scores, but yes, that's what I mean.
22, 8, 20, 10, 13, 20. I'm gonna put that in notes.
And the last dude to add. Alright, now as far as you guys,
What is it? 13, 10. Notes. 10, 13.
you would be right here because you were 25 feet away. Karzar would be here. And Philia and, Phoenix would be here because you were standing kind of up close too. But Philia, you can put yourself anywhere you want.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no. Ooh.
Where? Oh, there we are. I'm like, where the fuck are we?
And if you guys could roll an initiative.
Oh no.
Right.
But where am I?
Oh, that's a 23.
Nice.
Am I not seeing myself?
You're there. You're to the southeast of Dorian.
Oh, there we are.
Evan.
Merp. There we go.
And did you roll initiative too?
I have not yet. I'm trying to find my icon.
Hey, did we settle the spell thing? Did that go through or no?
Oh,
I do.
So Philia,
I do
roll-
not have
Okay.
counterspell for shit.
don't
I mean,
have-
I feel like I had or have because I know I've used it once at one point, but it's not in
Okay.
any portion of evidence anywhere.
So Phoenix, roll a spellcasting ability check, which for you is Wisdom. So go to Wisdom on your main page, on the
Yeah.
left side, and roll that. The one on the left side, not the right.
yep. West side wisdom. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
nice.
So you use this Dawn spell, and when you do, you see this white dragonborn reach out with his magical force, and just as you see this spark of light start to drizzle to nothing, you reach out with your magical abilities as well and attack the source of that. And immediately after that happens, it's almost like gas was thrown onto a flame. This small ball of just light energy just explodes and just causes this illumination to fill the chamber. Immediately, you notice that the Dragonborn skin just starts sizzling as he just starts yelling, just.
They all need to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay. One thing that you do notice, though, is you notice it only for like a second. As this sunlight hits the Baron's skin, it sizzles for just a moment before you see his eyes flash red, and this aura of darkness just explodes from his body, and he says, "You have never faced an elder vampire in your life, Paladin. If you think your tricks can work on me, I look forward to feasting on your blood this night as I see the shock in your eyes. You think I would fall prey to such a weakness?"
Yeah, he still makes a Constitution saving throw.
What if the light doesn't touch him?
This isn't for sunlight damage. This is the spell Dawn. You create a cylinder, appears. Each creature in it must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 4d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. So this is a
Constitution saving throw. What level is this spell?
5.
Ooh.
So as long as he's still in it, and then where you have Melodrangia, Argentine, she's in it too. Yeah.
What?
Melorandia.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, so she's in it too. And they'll take 23 points of damage, rounded down to 11? Yeah,
okay.
Rounded down to 11.
So they all have to make Constitution saving throws, and it's funny because about as soon as he says all this, this dark aura just melts away as this beam of light hits him. There's a reason I asked what level the spell was. So it's Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Minimized that token. Where did it go? Damn it, Fantasy Grounds. And Tony, if you could find some more suitable music, please. Some battle music.
Battle music. Let me just hop on the old YouTubers.
So, the Baron is going to use one of his legendary resistances.
Okay.
However, so Melrandia rolled a 24. Orson rolled a 16, so that 2 passes and a failure.
Okay.
He looks at you with... Well, I'll wait till you roll damage for it.
I already did 23. If it's a fail, it's 11.
Okay. So Melrandia is going to take 22, and Orson's going to take 46.
I think Shaz suggested play music from Castlevania.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good.
Pretty sure that's what I said. Oh no.
Alright, damage is calculated as the Baron, with a very angry look in his eyes, which you see that this singed skin sort of heals itself. Only after a few seconds, he looks at you and says, "You will not live to regret that, but you indeed will regret it." As you notice his physical features start morphing, like his skin starts becoming like getting this like raggedy, almost like Emperor Palpatine look to it, as the nails on his hands grow to where each one is about several inches long and razor sharp. 8-bit. Oh no, never mind, it's not 8-bit.
Kinda. It's kinda 8-bit, not much.
A little.
No, wow.
Oh, it's a Castlevania thing I can find. Leave me alone.
This works. This is good.
Alright.
So, top of the round. Dorian, you're up.
Alright. Well, I will move over here.
Is that Dawn move still up?
Oh, yeah.
Does it stay up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, okay.
And they will take damage, as long as they stay in it.
Okay.
If it ends its turn inside of the cylinder.
Hold up, does it hurt us? Like, does it hurt me and Philia?
If y'all go step in it, I'll probably... I don't want to drop it yet, because as long as they're in it, it still affects the undead. So...
Okay, I was just wondering, because I just wanted to make sure to kind of stay out of it, you know, what kind of deal I wanted to do, you know.
Actually, I'm gonna do something else. So, I'm gonna drop Dawn, and I'm gonna look over to Philia, and I'm gonna say, "Do you remember the agreement that we made before we even entered this town? That nothing that happens here will be passed back to Shiziki?"
Yes.
About not telling a certain someone?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Right. Well, this is another thing I don't want him to know about. And his eyes will go jet black again, and it
Here,
looks
I'm
like
change the music.
his hand starts to get engulfed into like this black flame, and it looks, for almost a split second, it looks like he has a skeletal hand, and he just looks like he's scooping air up from the ground up, and then he says, "Rise, thy who have been judged." And I cast Spirit Shroud and summon back 3 of the spirits that I have judged to fight with me. So I'm surrounded by spirits of the dead.
I'm sorry.
And then I will take a full round of attacks against Orson. Well, it's like Spirit Guardians, but not. Like, I have, like, Corey is there. You see, like, an undead version of Corey floating around me, and
Right.
a couple other people. Yeah.
That's cool, I gotta say.
Cause
Yeah.
shenanigans a little bit, but I'm gonna let this happen.
Yeah, and while he's doing this, there's still, like, this translucent, like, his left hand, while this spell is in effect, his, like, left hand is kind of like a skeletal hand, almost, like, illusionary blur effect.
I'm not gonna ask you what that does, because I don't know what it does, and therefore, by extension, I don't want them to know what it does either, because they wouldn't either.
What, the
So
spell?
you just tell me if I do something that interacts with the spell.
Like I said, it's like Spirit Guardians. When I attack, I deal an extra 1d8 extra damage when I hit a creature within 10 feet of me. So when I make my melee attacks within 10 feet, I deal extra 1d8, and because I'm casting it at 4th level, it's 2d8.
Okay,
So
what's that,
I
an
can-
action?
It's a bonus action.
Really? That is
Oh, yeah.
strong. Okay.
Yeah, it is a bonus. So it's 2d8 extra. So I need your help with some mathises. Like, I get 1 extra additional d8 for my boon, and then I get 1 additional d8 with improved divine smite, and then now I get 1 additional d8 if I divine smite. My divine smite does an additional 1d8. So you know what, let me throw an attack at this fuck boy, Orson Eververst.
Everent,
Yeah, that's what I just said.
the dragonborn vampire.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
mine.
throwing. Okay, that's a 24. So
Let me see what his AC is.
is it higher than 24?
No, it is not.
Okay.
No, it's not.
All right. So I need to know. I get 1 for improved divine smite, 2 for spirit shroud, and then 1
What kind
more
of damage
for
does
the
Spirit
Aegis.
Shroud do?
I'm choosing. I can either choose radiant or necrotic, and I'm choosing radiant.
Okay.
So,
So that's 2 for that, right?
yep.
And what level are you smiting at?
I'm gonna drop a first level smite.
So that is 2d8. So that we're up to 48 so far.
And then because they're undead, that's a 3d8.
That's a 3d8. And then because of your boon, that makes it 4d8. Because of the bonus from your armor, that makes it 5d8.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of extra bonuses in on
And
here.
then Spirit Shroud makes 2 more d8. So,
Well, I'd already counted that one.
okay, so Divine Smite is 2d8 plus they're undead, that's 3. The boon is, and then I have Improved Divine Smite, that's 4. The boon only works when I have the vow on them, so it's still 4. Now the Aegis shield, it makes it 5d8, and the Spirit Shroud now makes it 7d8.
I think you're counting the Spirit Shroud twice.
No. Improved Divine Smite is 2, plus the 1 because they're undead. And then the Aegis...
Improved Divine Smite is 1. Then regular Divine Smite is 2. The Aegis is 4. Oh
Well,
god, I'm getting confused.
No, listen to me. Divine Smite level 1 is 2d8. But because
Okay.
they're undead, that's an extra d8, so that makes 3.
Yes.
Improved Divine Smite makes 4. The Shield makes 5. And Spirit Shroud makes 7.
That's right. So yeah, that's
I'm
going to be 14d8.
14? No, dude, it's 7d8.
I get that. But remember what I told you about vampires.
Oh, okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm just going to throw... Okay. I'm just going to throw all that right there. And then say this is for sword damage. And that's plus...
7, I believe.
Plus 7? Yeah, so it's 11. 11 slashing damage and then 63 radiant damage. How's this dude looking after being hit with this super holy light and having Corey rip this dude apart? Or fly through this guy and just explode.
Rough. When you slash him with this and your divine light erupts from your sword, you cleave across his chest, and as this holy energy sprouts from your sword, it burns like his entire torso underneath. His skin is visibly on fire as it sort of melts away a lot of the robe that was covering his torso, revealing a pale, scaly chest underneath.
Okay.
As you notice this dark, like really dark, darker than human, red blood. What the hell is this?
Hey, what'd you say your name was? Orson?
Orson.
Oh, fuck you. I swing at him again for another 24, and I throw another first level spell slot at him.
That was your 2 24s?
Yep. And then that's going to be another, 14 plus 1? Oh, I think it's 10. My bad.
That's 10, so do 4 more.
4 more. And then there's...
55.
And then there's the 6 plus 7.
So 68
13.
Damage.
Yep, there's another 60 something. Is he dead?
No, he's not dead, but he's looking rough. As with the second slash, as you leave this like deep gash and an X across his chest, he has this like thick, almost sap-like red blood that's just running down his chest, starting to soak the ground.
Oh, yeah. Additionally, because the Spirit Shroud is flirting around me, any creature that starts its turn within 10 feet of me has its speed reduced by 10 until the start of your next turn.
He just looks up at you and says,
And I will move right here. I'll flirt around.
he looks up at you and says, "Our coven just wants the right to exist."
Who says that?
Orson does.
Orson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe you shouldn't have been so fucking rude. And talk to me like a normal person, not as if I was less than. What do you say, Baron? Should I kill you all here? Or do you wish to speak now?
The Baron looks at you and says, "You may try."
I'll shrug at Orson. Sorry, buddy. Your boss says you all gotta die. Oh. And I'll, just so you know, with the power of Kellenvor, and I'll look down at the hand, you're not misting this time. And I'll end my turn.
Alright. Count 23. So, he is going to use... Baron is going to use one of his legendary actions. And he is... Yeah, he's going to try to bite you.
Okay.
So...
And when he goes to make his attack, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna swing at him.
Alright, and hold up. There's also something I'm gonna do.
Curse of the Eyeless.
Yep, Curse of the Eyeless, you got it. Yep.
Figured. So, disadvantage on that one.
Yes, sir.
Is your AC and everything adjusted the way it needs to be before
Yes.
I make this roll? Okay.
27. That's with disadvantage? Dang, you got right there at it.
Oh, what?
So, alright, so he's coming at you with a bite attack. You take, as he lunges towards you, and the power of this vampire is when you see him open his mouth, you see, like, and you've never seen this happen with a vampire before, and you realize this is the first elder you've ever encountered. He opens his mouth, and it's almost like his jaw unhinges when he does, as his face is this terrifying, inhuman visage. When he does so, you see his two canines in the top of his mouth extend to where they almost look like as long as daggers. And he's coming at you with a bite attack. So, with your resistance, you take 29 points of damage as these thick fangs pierce through your armor. And
So,
Hold up, Gavin. Or actually, after you're done with that, yeah. Let me...
So-
yeah, go ahead.
you take 29 points of damage, and I encourage you to write down your max hit points, because your max HP is reduced by 24.
Okay.
As he's gripped down, and he's gripped down hard on your shoulder.
Yeah, so I need 17 beats 15. So I'm still holding concentration. And
Okay.
I need my book and a pen. Where are all my flashcards? I don't need that. Okay. So it's my overall is down by 24.
Yeah, your max hit points are reduced by 24.
Alright,
Okay.
can I also do, I want to amplify the curse that I put on him.
Okay. That just means, how long does that last?
And I'm gonna
Just his next turn, he also has to roll disadvantage. Just
Okay.
his next one.
So
His next
roll a
attack
d10,
roll.
you take that damage.
Okay. And boom.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I'm gonna make,
Okay.
take 10
And-
points of damage.
10 points of damage.
Yeah,
All
and I'm
right.
gonna hit him with an attack too.
All right, go for it.
16's a miss. All right.
All right, moving on. It is Melrandia's turn. So,
She runs.
when does she get to make her save against that?
Actually, I don't know. I have to go look up Turn Undead. For 1 minute. Oh no, wait,
For
she took
1 minute.
damage. Yeah, she took damage. She's good.
Oh, it's not in effect anymore?
Yeah, no, if she fails the saving throw, it's just on there for 1 minute, but she took damage, so she can come back.
Okay. So, she looks at you, directly at you, Dorian, and with anger in her eyes, she just looks at you and says, "The children of the night do not deserve to be hunted like we are animals!" And she pulls her sword off of her back and charges. 30, and 40. It's her total movement. And she's running up to you. And yeah, she's coming at you with a multi-attack.
Alright. So what do you think about the people that you slaughter? The Taylors? And the other group, family of 3?
She swings at you again and says, "We only do what we must!"
So what? You can't suck blood out of pigs? Is that beneath you? Or do you just think that all these humans around are just livestock? ready
Just
to be
yells at
butchered?
you, "Shut up!" as you parry her second attack.
Eat my ass.
So, at the end of her turn, the Baron is going to use his last legendary action, and he's coming at you with a unarmed attack, and he says, "There's no reason to be flustered, Melrandia. They will be dead by the end of the night."
Who is he attacking?
He's attacking Dorian.
Alright, well, he has disadvantage.
Yep. Coming at you with an unarmed strike, as you see these long claws extend out. Oh, you know what that dropped? That dropped a natural 20.
Oh, yes! You're welcome!
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be the end of his legendary actions, but now it's his turn.
And that was one of the reactions.
So you've already taken your reaction, so he's going to take a step over here. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
What's
He's
his
gonna put him.
what's his speed? What's his max speed? Because it's reduced by 10 because he started his turn within 10 feet of me.
Yeah, he's still within it. Well within it.
Jeez.
So he's going to make 2 attacks against you, Dorian. 1 against you, Phoenix, and 1 against Philia. So he's coming at each of you with an Elder Siphon. I need the 3 of you to make Constitution saving throws. Actually, Dorian, I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws. Let's get this music started back up.
Oh, yeah, 1 for, well, no, none of them hit me, so...
Is that the... Okay, yeah, that's one.
What,
Never mind.
is there anything specific about the Constitution saving throws? Because I have advantage if it's, about my, concentration.
No, this is a Constitution saving throw to resist a magical effect.
Okay.
I probably failed that.
First one is an 11. Second one is a 10.
Yeah, you fail both of those. Philia, you succeed.
Yeah, I do.
So this is without taking your resistance into account, so you can add your resistance accordingly. Philia, you take 19 points of necrotic damage, and Dorian, you take. Oh wait, I need to roll this twice for you. So Phoenix, you take 39 point of necrotic damage.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well.
And so Dorian, you take a total of 39 from one, but you have resistance, so that becomes 19. The next attack is 33 points of damage, but you have resistance, so that becomes 16. So you take a total of 35 points of damage, but your max hit points are reduced by 35. And Phoenix, write this down, what your max hit points are right now, because they are reduced by 39.
Alright, so how do I put
Philia,
that in?
your max hit points aren't reduced at all. You just take the 19 points of necrotic damage.
Wait, like, fully to, like, that, like, 39?
Like, you take 39 point... Like, yeah, your max hit points go down by the amount of damage that you took from them. As when he holds out his hand, you see, like, this...
Doesn't that mean I'm dead?
No, your max hit points go down by 39.
Okay, no, yeah, never mind, okay.
Hey,
so
Gavin,
what's up?
It go to
he can't heal himself, so he can't regain any. Orson or the Baron, they can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Oh, really?
Yep, Spirit Shroud.
It says that in the effect, they can't regain hit points?
Any creature that takes this damage cannot regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
Wow.
So neither one of those two can regain any hit points.
He would have regained hit points, but now he's not. So he hits you with this effect,
31.
and your max hit points are reduced by 39. So he holds his hand out, and you see these two beams collide with Dorian, as it's these like red beams with like black lines that sort of chaotically trick through these red beams of light that he shoots from his hand. They collide with Dorian twice, and before he shoots out another one, which collides with Phoenix. Before this third one barely brushes you, Philia.
And how much damage did I take originally? 39, right?
Well, yeah, you take 39 points of damage, and then your max hit points are reduced by 39. That's not to say you take 78, but just your max hit points go down by 39, and you take 39 points of damage.
Gotcha.
I'll motion over towards Baron. Oh, running away from me, huh? What, don't want to stand too close to a dwarf? Who's the racist bigot now?
I need not lower myself. And that's going to be the end of his turn. So lair action, which occur at initiative count 20. So let's see, what am I going to do here?
Well, are those two guards still in the room? Like, do we have to worry about those, or did they scurry off?
They scurried off.
They're chumps.
He looks at the rest of you, and you see a big smile come across his misshapen face as he says, "Wouldn't want any of you getting away," as he holds his hand up, and you notice any open window shut. All the doors shut, as this sort of red glow, almost like a veil, overtakes all the doors and windows. And that will be his lair action.
Well,
So-
good. Didn't want to leave anyways until you're dead.
Now it is Orson's turn. Okay, so Orson is going to use... You know, he's going to use some meta magic. Where's that spell? So, you see he holds up this black orb in his hand as he sort of taps his other hand against it and spreads his hands apart before you see him holding with his hands straight up in the air these two black orbs in his hand. He fires one at Karzar and another at Phoenix. He is casting a spell. And it is a necromancy spell, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, but Dorian doesn't have his reaction. Okay, so I
don't
need
think I have my reaction either.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 19.
DC. Great. My least favorite dex.
Just one short. If it wasn't for that minus.
Wow! Man, I hate that. Okay.
So you take. Alright, so you take 48 necrotic damage. Wow, that is a shit roll. You each take 6 damage.
Okay, so
I
48
rolled
plus
3
6.
ones and no, as in 4d8.
Oh,
But
okay.
I
So
literally on this 4d8, I rolled 6, 3 ones and a 3. So you take 6 points of damage,
Okay.
as well as Karzar takes 6 points of damage. All right, moving on from that turn. Ophelia, you are up.
Fantastic. Okay. Stop.
Oh, something else you notice as well is each of his hands has this like black beam shooting out of it, and they are both like connecting him to both Phoenix and Ophelia. You both have this like black magical necrotic energy that is currently connecting you and him together.
Well, that's super weird. I mean, pretty sure I'm immune to
Little
necrotic.
spell called Innervation. And actually, you are no longer attuned to the Cursebringer.
That's right, so it's not. I gotta change that on my thingy then, because it's still there, saying I'm resistant.
Just
Dang it.
give yourself 6 wound.
I think I did. Did I? Boop. Boop. I'll have
I
to
can't
math
believe
that.
I rolled 6 on 48.
I'm gonna math that. Mathy maths. Okay. What? What? There we go. Like, mathing was hard for there for a second. Okay. Alright, so first things first, I need my big B.
Oh yeah, I need to put him out there. First
Yeah.
things first on the real list.
Right?
Yeah, I'm getting him.
Doesn't he go
I
when
can't
I
wait
go?
to see what Karzar does.
He does. You go at the same time.
Hey, you want me to manage Karzar's spells? Or
If you
no?
want to play Karzar, by all means.
Yeah, go ahead. Just release him and I'll take over. It'll only take me a second to figure out this stuff. I take it you already added his spells and everything, right?
He hasn't leveled up at all, but yeah. There he is. Alright, he's cleared.
What,
Alright.
is he like level 5 or something?
12.
Where is the big B on the map? To zoom out a little bit.
I froze.
I
But
didn't
I'm
know
adding
he,
him.
I didn't know he was such a low level.
Yeah.
There he is. Alright. Oh god.
That's
Stop
okay.
spinning the dog.
He's
Alright.
got some spells.
So, alright. Just my headgear here. I'm gonna go with. Why does it do that? It's so weird. Vitrolic Sphere. 4th level. Radius. Dexterity save. Yeah. Vitalk Sphere on Orson. Like, I need to go after Baron, but I'll let Bigby do that. So I'm going to go with Vitalk Sphere against Orson. And that is a dexterity save.
He is going to attempt to counterspell.
I do not
Who
have.
is that? Orson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a charisma ability check. That's a 16. What level is that spell?
4.
Only needed a 14.
Yeah.
You cast the spell, and right as this bubble of acid is about to explode over this area, you see him reach out with his magical prowess, and it dissipates into nothing. As he looks at you and says, "Another sorcerer. It will be a shame to have to kill you. There aren't too many of us."
Well.
I mean, we don't have to fight. I just wanted to talk. Kind of. But y'all kind of pissed me off.
If you wanted to say that was a quicken spell and be your bonus action, you would still have your action to cast a cantrip.
No. If I didn't say it, it didn't happen. Moving on to
okay.
Bigby.
Alright.
Bigby will then move. Boop a doop a doop a doop.
If he moves on the opposite side of Dorian, we get pack tactics.
That's
Good advantage, yeah.
that's the concept I was going with. I'd make sure he had enough movement on. Spoops.
You'd have to circle around to the other side, but yeah, I think you can
Okay.
manage
I
that.
was like, yeah, there-ish. All right.
Does he
Yeah,
have
then-
30?
He's got 80 feet of movement, so he's
Yeah,
solid.
easy enough.
He's going to bite the fudge out of Orson. 'Cause he pissed me off.
Okay,
Damn it.
go for it.
Hang on. Bigby now gets the... Oh, he gets to attack twice. That's right. Strength saving throw of D16. Roll a D20. Let's see if it works. Boop. Did that work? Did that see? No. Did it show up on any? Okay. Alright, gotta move some stuff. Hang on. Spoops.
So,
Mer. Here. Well, okay. Well. Whatever. It's fine. Terrible.
you know, the Castlevania sound and all the 8-bits and 16-bit games, all of the little technet sounds always annoyed me.
Apparently, Sean loves
So,
them.
what sort of bonus does he get though? Because that was a natural 14.
As a bonus, the only bonus is he gets is a bonus action. He can attempt to grapple.
But I mean, what sort of bonus to his attacks does he get?
If he attacks someone, nothing. Oh,
He gets a
if
plus 8. He gets a plus 8. So that hit. That's a 22. That hits.
successful, he's knocked prone.
He has to make a strength saving throw.
I gotta turn down the damn volume of this music. Holy shit.
Ooh, that is a 9 on his strength save. So yeah, he is knocked prone. And you have advantage on your second attack since he's now prone.
Fantastic.
Well, you had advantage anyway. So would you like to
Yeah.
roll it again and see if you get a natural 20?
I mean, it's an option, sure, but I'd like to grapple and go nom nom.
Okay.
Which?
He has to make a save, I think.
Yes, strength save. I got a 10 on that.
Oh wait, he
Bitch.
already made that save. So yeah, it's a 9. So yeah, he is grappled.
Cool.
I think.
My dice isn't
at least.
working much. AC of 20. DC of 14. Huh. Alright, so as you grapple...
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know.
He bites into him and he lifts him off the ground as Orson is just screaming bloody murder as Bigby is just he has his jaws around his entire shoulder, almost down about a quarter of the way through his torso. And yep, you want me to roll damage?
Yes.
Okay. That's 8 points of damage.
Super.
As you
Solid fucking point.
as you notice, this blood again has just started trickling down his torso, and he's looking pretty bad.
All right. That'll be the end of Furbutt's turn. Move along.
Okay. Phoenix, before you take your turn, the Baron is going to use one of his legendary actions.
I thought you used all of them.
He's had a turn since.
Oh, okay.
Every time his turn comes around, his legendary actions reset.
Okay, so he has 2, and so, okay.
So he's going to use Elder Siphon, and that's going to be against Ophelia, as I rolled a 3, and you are third on the list. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw?
Yep.
Okay.
I can hear Sean there.
Yes, he's trying to tell me that Bigby attacks twice, and I'm like, yeah, no shit. I already did that.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell him maintain your lane.
Stay on your lane. Alright.
He had his turn.
I mean, you
This
would
is
get
our
an extra
turn.
attack.
I ain't worried about it that much.
You only used one of them.
I would have sworn I did the attack, it didn't work, and then I grappled.
Yeah, that's 2 attacks. Attack and a grapple. Grapple
But the
takes 1
grapple's
to
a
attack.
bonus. If
No.
you hit.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Well, I'll be
That's an
damned.
added attack.
Shenanigans. Alright. Next round. Next.
So
Anyway.
that passes.
20
So you take. You no longer have resistance to necrotic, but
That's
you
right.
pass the same. You take 17 points of necrotic damage.
Boop.
Oh wait, Tony, are they
Yeah.
supposed to be taking damage? Because you kind of
Who?
removed your bubble thing. Your circle.
Oh, that's Dawn. Dawn
Yeah,
is
Dawn.
a concentration. Once I swapped from... Dawn was really just to hit them with sunlight to try to burn off any illusion or shape, because they fall out of their shape change or whatever. If they, like, from
So
what
it's
I know.
not up right now, is what I'm asking.
No, it's
Okay.
not. But they
Okay.
until the next start of my turn, Orson and the Baron can't regain hit points.
Okay, I gotcha. Alright, so Phoenix, you're up. And by the way, when you pull your sword and you're ready to fight, Karzar says to you, "The bloody bastards are weak against flame. Exploit that."
Yes, that Yes, I know. And then I go to. All right. Let's give me 1 second, real quick. Let's see this. What kind of? If it says it cast 1 reaction, can I still use it as a bonus action or no?
No,
You
if
No.
use it
it
as
takes
a
a reaction, it can only be used as a reaction.
Yeah. Would it count my turn or
Delete
the
the
action on my
cube.
turn or only not
A
on my turn?
reaction is exclusively used outside of your own turn.
Okay, cool. Alright,
Well, not exclusively. There are some instances where reaction might be triggered on your own turn.
Gotcha.
But no, you can't just use a reaction spell or
Yes,
ability.
You
Okay.
can speak. Or don't. I don't care.
Do what? Let's do. Can't do that. Okay. So yeah, as I pull out my swords, you know what? We're just gonna do this. I'm gonna do Crimson Right of the Flame
On both
on.
swords?
Yeah, screw it. Let's do both of them.
Okay.
I'll take the damage, and that's
Your
17
max
on
hit
both.
points are reduced by 34.
Wait, is it max or do I put it on my wounded?
It's when you do that, your max HP goes down.
Really? Okay. So that's what I have to change. All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure that was correct. Okay, so that's plus 17. All right. Anyways,
And make sure when you're reducing your max HP from this damage, you're adding it to your wounds while also reducing your max HP as well.
when I draw my swords.
No, not when you draw your swords.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, when you draw your swords, you take that damage as well as your max HP being reduced. Typically,
Really?
anytime your max HP goes down, you also take the equivalent amount of damage as well. Typically. Not always, but typically.
Okay. I thought it was just
So
I
you take
lose that hit
34
points.
points of damage, and your max HP goes down by 34.
Okay. Wow. All right. That seems like a little much though. Like
Or
both.
am I doing this wrong?
Yeah.
Am I doing this wrong?
What's that?
No, it's
Crimson
not
Right.
both. Never mind. Your max HP just goes down.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Fantasy Grounds makes it confusing with their whole wound and HP system.
Yeah. It's.
Yeah, I've just been subtracting my max on my character sheet, and then my
Yeah,
notes,
that's
I
all
have
you
my,
do.
tool.
It's just it. Yeah. Fantasy Grounds makes it confusing with their whole wound and whatever. So, yeah, just your max HP goes down by 34 because if it was both, that would be a total of 68. So
I think it's
Yeah.
like super easy.
Okay, guys. Side note. I've got
yeah,
a
we
procedure.
are calling it after the first round and
Alright,
doing
yeah.
this at another time.
I'm like, I got
Okay.
a procedure in the morning,
Well-
so I can't stay up.
Yeah.
Okay. I figured as much. I figured we'd be going to bed a little bit earlier than this. I just kind of.
Can I? Okay, so I move right here, right?
Okay.
Okay. And I'm
Hopping
going
across
to
the table?
go. Yeah, hopping across the table. And there's the girl right here, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I am going to hit her with my Crimson Right, and they both did fire. They both
Okay.
did fire both on Crimson Right. And I'm also going to with my first hit going to channel Burning Hands. Wait, is that yeah, Burning Hands. Okay.
All right. What kind of save do they have to make?
For the Burning Hands,
Yeah,
Oh,
first
they
make an
have-
attack against Melrandia.
Yeah. All right. So let's see if I hit against Melrandia.
I
Did I do
promise.
that right?
Next week we'll have way better music.
Hold on 1 second. How do I roll it on them? Because they're kind of small.
You can do it in the combat tracker.
Combat trigger. I get. Let's just do that. Okay. Action. Let's just freaking hit him with that. What? A 2? Come on! That is
Yeah,
so
that,
stupid.
That misses.
Yeah.
But you still have your extra effect.
Okay. But I can't channel, right? Hello?
Oh, what do you mean? No. If it's a move that requires a save, then it still goes off whether you hit or not.
Okay.
So-
So it still goes. So it still does go off.
Yeah, they have to make dex saves, I believe.
1 sec.
Pretty sure it's a dex save versus that. Usually fire.
Wait, don't I get advantage? Because aren't we kind of like flanking, or no?
No, that's an enemy on the other side of her.
Okay, he's got to be on the other side. Got it.
It's got to be a friendly person on the other side.
Yeah.
So, however, they both fail.
Okay. Yeah. The fire ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being warned.
How much damage does it do?
3d6 fire damage on a failed saving throw, or half as much on a successful saving throw. When
So
you are
roll your
casting the
damage.
spell using a spell slot level 2 higher.
Yeah, you
oh wait, hold
cast
on.
it at base level.
But if I don't cast it at base level, it'll just
You can
it
only
doesn't-
cast it at base level because it's a racial
Okay.
spell.
Okay, so I can't cast it on a level 2 spell. But it
Yeah, no. But it doesn't cost you a spell slot.
okay, cool. So that was 3d6, right?
Yep.
3d6.
3d6.
Cool. Let's go. 10 points of fire
Alright.
damage. And that's on both of them, or just okay?
That hits both.
Yeah.
It's burning
Yeah.
hand. So when it slams into Melrandia, one thing that you notice, kind of, she doesn't seem to be as affected by this as when the fire hits her. It definitely has more of an effect than you would think, but the nature of her sword as she carries it, this frost brand, as the fire gets close, you see it sort of stifles it, so not as much flame hits her. But it sort of makes a bubble and continues going around her and slams straight into Orson, who immediately just ignites and lets out this piercing scream of pain as he just gets set on fire. She's going to take 10 points of fire damage. He's going to take 20.
Well, shit.
Is he dead yet?
No, but
Dang it,
he's
bro.
not in a
What?
good way.
I swear.
Ganging
'cause
up on
if
the
he's-
mage. So we're probably going to call it here. We'll get into more of this next week. I was thinking we might actually be able to play on Monday, but we can talk about that later.
Cool.
All right.
So, and yeah, I could also see it being a pretty short session, seeing as how we're getting into combat. That's already a good chunk of the way done when we were starting. So,
Cool.
Dude, if he would have just died, I would have got my spell slot back. I would have been happy, bro. Like, come on.
I don't
Oh, wait,
think you're
he's
missing
lit
a
on
spell slot
fire.
yet. Oh wait, you are
No,
missing
I-
a spell slot.
I
You're missing
used
one
a spell.
from counterspell.
Yeah, counterspell. I mean, yeah. Man, I just.
All right,
I
We
got
will-
all my spell slots back.
conclude this next week. Would you guys be
Oh.
down for tackling this on Monday, or if not, we're waiting until Thursday?
I
Nope,
have to
I'm game.
turn this off. I
I'm
just
good
got
with it.
to put
You
it.
gotta
Oh my god.